Final chapter. The result. Ryunosuke Naruhodo. The title cards are so pretty. I like how this one's like fake or blank though. 3rd November. So the time's finally come. Today, we unravel everything. No, I'm getting chills already. Happy birthday, Billy! Well, from 1900. I'll be counting on your support more than ever today, Mrs. Sato. We keep getting like, the end is... Well, we got Kazuma's theme remix. We have a Shom's sort of theme remix, because we could tell, but now we have this. This is like the remix part of the game. Mrs. Sato? Ah! No! Come on! Just do that on your dad! Oh no, what's the matter, Mr. Naruhodo? How'd you get down there like that? Nothing. I was just saying that I'll be relying on your support today, but... I'm so sorry, of course. I know I can be rather incompetent at times, but... Don't you dare say that about yourself. I shan't let you down. Would you mind helping me up to my feet, then? Oh dear, I'm really very sorry. Susato-san isn't her usual self at all. It's because she thinks Iris is her sister. That's hardly surprising, I suppose. Just found out that her father is the partner of the world-famous detective, not to mention. Ah, good morning, sir. Hey, I missed you, Zeeks. Lord Van Zeeks! Thank you for all your efforts yesterday. Aw, he thanked us. Did I hear that correctly? Hi, Toasty. What? Oh, no, nothing. Just, I hope we can clear things up today. You did. I really can't make this man out. His face says, I hate you, but his words are almost jovial today. In fact, he hasn't been very Reaper-like at all since this all began yesterday. Lord Van Zeeks isn't the Reaper, Mr. Naruhodo. Good point. Yo, Kennedy? The Reaper, I suppose in hindsight. I shouldn't have allowed that misconception to go unchallenged. Huh? It was my tacit acceptance of that pseudonym. My failure to stop the Reaper becoming something more than a mere legend that led to all this. But you're not to blame for that, Lord Van Zeeks. It's Strongheart! Every, like, 10 minutes I just have to say, it's Strongheart! He's off the wine since being in jail? Yeah, he's not his usual self today. Oh my god, he hasn't had wine for 2 weeks for me. Poor guy. It's only because serious crime in the capital dropped off so sharply when the public started calling you that. Thanks, Toasty. That's why you didn't say anything, is it? To be frank, I'm not sure what was the sole reason. What do you mean? There was a rumor at the time that the Reaper was really the ghost of my late brother. That's messed up. That having been slain by that evil killer, Clint's restless spirit returned as some sort of demigod to wield a deadly blade of justice where I, by dint of the law, could not. Yes, we've heard that story too. He's not having withdrawals, right? When I lost him. Felt as though I'd lost my guiding light. I don't know where to go. Okay, so Clint's hair is a little pink, right? So it's Clint. It's either Clint or Strongheart. That's Iris's dad. They're both very important characters that we don't really know much of yet. I felt as though I lost my guiding light. I didn't know where to go or what to do. And so, in some small way, I wonder if perhaps those rumors make me feel his absence a little less keenly. Even if I knew it was just an illusion. Just some nonsense conjured up by an over-imaginative public. Clint is very pretty. He was obviously extremely important to you. Lord Clint Van Zeeks. Well, what's important now is uncovering the truth. That's all that matters. I know you didn't take anyone's life. And I intend to prove that beyond a shadow of a doubt in court today. I really hope I can remember everything that I did 2 weeks ago. I never thought I'd say this, but I can see it in your eyes. That burning desire to cut through all the lies and deception. Can't deny it any longer. You are a lawyer of absolute integrity. Thank you. Oh my god, did you hear what he just said about us? Now tell me. Why do I detect the scent of expensive tea leaves in the air? Hey. Oh, Iris, when did you get here? Oh. Necessarily a lot of flashbacks. You know, any other time I won't need them, but I feel like now I might, because yeah, like I said, just to catch everyone up again, just in case you missed it last time. The last time I streamed this game was 2 weeks ago, and my internet died, and then I had a bunch of PC issues, and I didn't feel confident streaming a story-heavy game because I don't want to constantly be interrupted like halfway through dialogue. So I haven't played this in like 2 weeks. So I have like 2 weeks of memories to catch up on, basically. Anyway, I brought you one of my special blends. Hurley loves it. He says it helps him to clear his head. I thank you. Aww. Oh, hee hee. That's surely the first and last I'll ever see a sight like this. You seem different today, Iris. Oh? Sort of subdued, I suppose. I am not. What happened yesterday is obviously still playing on her mind a lot. She's clearly very troubled about having stolen that autopsy report from Dr. Seit's laboratory. Alright then, good luck to you both. I have to make a move now. Oh, you're not staying? I thought you'd want to watch today's proceedings. Well, I'd like to cheer you on, obviously. But I've got lots to get ready. Get ready for what? Oh, yes. Oh, would you take this? Oh my god, can I just have that in real life? Isn't that one of the little felt dolls that is usually dangling from your knapsack? Yes, it's a lucky charm. A little Hurley that I made once. A Hurley? Looks more like a Hurley to me. Oh my god, Ryunosuke. It's for some reason you completely run out of options in the trial today. Then just pull this little Hurley's ears as hard as you possibly can. What? Pull his ears? That's right, it's a way to bring good luck. I think you might need it. Little doll of Mr. Sholmes in hair form and told to tug its ears so I run out of options in the trial today. So you pull off its ear and something's gonna be in it. Oh, I see what you're I see what you're planning here, Iris. You think what we'll need is luck? It is so cute, I want it. I just sneaked a peek inside the courtroom. And it seems very different to normal. Yes, it would seem that a certain someone has decided to pull out all the stops. What the fuck are we gonna... What are we gonna walk in on? What does that mean? Oh, Mr. Sholmes, Iris? I don't know. He was out all night and he hadn't come home by the time I left this morning. Oh, I see. Was Professor Mikotoba all out all night too, do you think, Mrs. Sato? Yes, it would seem so. I telegrammed the hotel this morning. Oh, they spent all night together, huh? Apparently they didn't come back to their rooms last night at all. They? Father and Judge Jigoku, I mean. Oh. Judge Jigoku too? That's right. Nobody appears to have seen either of them since yesterday. Counsel for the defense of the defendant! Girls must be in session. Please make it. Spent the whole night together. Good luck then, Bruno. Good luck then, Susie. And you, Mr. Reaper, I hope it goes well. Once again, I thank you for the delicious tea. It was very soothing. Oh, I'm so glad. Aww. We must go inside now, Lord Van Zeeks. I do like that his name's Jigoku. Lord Van Zeeks has always been the formidable prosecutor I have to lock horns with at court. But not today. Today I battle with another in pursuit of the truth. My best friend, Kazuma Asugi, who I trust more than anyone else in the world. In the world! I get him. Now I understand what it was that drew me here to Britain all those months ago. Now I know exactly what destiny had in store for me. It's all been leading up to this one day, to this one trial, to this one final reckoning. Yo, Ace. Jason Jigoku. Papa John's here. Okay, I thought he pulled out all the stops, so what's this? Looks normal. It was even more oppressive here than it did yesterday. There are cold stares piercing me like knives from all sides today. Ah! Snarhodo, look! No! No! We're gonna get scammed! No. Nope. This is bullshit. I don't trust him at all. I know he's behind all of this, and the fact that he's the judge, we're gonna get scammed. I hope this better not be allowed, but he's Strongheart. He makes all the rules. This is bullshit, Lord. Lord Strongheart. Look who it is. Look at you fucking cheaters, both of you. Cosmos like, oh, help me, I can't win, I need to cheat. Cosmos have known beforehand. The ramifications of this trial now extend far beyond the murder of one Scotland Yard inspector. In fact, even events have come to light that threaten to rock the very foundations of our country's legal system. The escape of the condemned criminal on the night of this execution, the subsequent unlawful shooting. Oh, you want to talk about unlawful? And the revelation that prison staff must have been complicit in the jailbreak. Britain is currently hosting influential members of the judiciary from countries all around the world. It's imperative that we uncover the truth in these proceedings to avoid international embarrassment. Fuck you. By royal decree, this will continue to be a closed trial. Right. And one over which I, male Strongheart, exercise total and unequivocal authority. Yeah, Strongheart's a fucking judge. They're all cheaters. Oh my god, now it's all gonna say guilty even though no one's there. The Sixter flames just, as was the case in yesterday's proceedings. Those here present at the public gallery, distinguished members of the judiciary, assembled to bear witness to the fair judicial process. In other words, collection of your acolytes, Lord Strongheart. Yeah, he's the judge and jury. Like, come on, this is clearly cheating. Like, he must see this. He's gonna be like, guilty, and then slam his fist, all of them go to guilty, and be like, oh, look at that, jury's unanimous. On a personal note, I find this most distressing, Lord Van Zeeks. And the executioner. This is so rigged. You were a prosecutor of exceptional talent. Oh, don't give him the speech now. Literal kangaroo court. Much like your brother Clint, in fact. What? Come, okay, now he's got to overkill with the, whatever it's called, the gavel? In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session for the trial of Beric Van Zeeks, who officially stands accused of murder. Yo, the music though. Yeah, Ryunosuke's just gonna end up in jail somehow. Don't worry, Van Zeeks, we got this, even with against these cheaters. Counsels for the prosecution and defense. You are in full readiness to proceed. The defense is ready, my lord. As is the prosecution. Oh, this song is so good though. Yeah, this should have been the remix of Naruto. Yesterday's proceedings brought to light a shocking, disturbing facts. There was a side to the victim, Inspector Tobias Gregson, that was unknown to his superiors at Scotland Yard. Like this. Reverse Edgeworth. Yeah, I didn't even realize that. Cause yeah, normally that's white and his suit's red. I didn't even think of that. What was I gonna say? Oh, I was just gonna say that this soundtrack is like disgustingly good. I love it so much. I just want to listen to the song for a bit. Disgustingly good. In those clandestine operations, he had an accomplice, Mr. Daily Vigil, who would be given the inspector's identification, present himself around the capital in order to establish credible alibis for Gregson. Sorry, all I heard from him is, I'm a cheater. In that way, Gregson appears to be carrying out his regular Scotland Yard work when in fact he wasn't. At the end of yesterday's session, Mr. Vigil, who had been suffering from amnesia, regained his memory. It would appear he buried his memories of the time deep inside himself as a means of self-preservation. What's just self-preservation? Because whilst he was engaged as chief warder at Barclay Prison, he abetted the convicts' escape. Oh yeah, you're reading how to cheat? You're reading your script that Strongheart gave you? Mr. Vigil is currently recuperating at St. Sinners. He's recovered enough to give a signed statement about his movements on the day prior to the incident. Should be in jail for domestic abuse. The whole soundtrack. Yeah, Fonzo. I ignited. He's formally admitted to posing as Gregson whilst investigating the Red-Headed League. Which brings us to the crucial issue of the victim's time of death. The defense yesterday proposed a suggestion that the victim may have been killed 1 day earlier, and we got confirmation. This was based largely on the discovery that the victim's pocket watch had not been wound. The prosecution has something to report on that subject, my lord. Really? Go ahead, Prosecutor Asugi. He's like pretending he doesn't know when you just gave him this info, probably. Yep, read the scripts. I met once again with the coroner yesterday to discuss the issue. She confirmed that the defense's suggestion could not be ruled out. It's entirely possible that Inspector Gregson was killed on 31st October, the day before his body was discovered. Okay, we're good so far. I have here an updated autopsy report that includes the amended details. But the official opinion of the investigation team was made clear yesterday. At the time of death was 5... Oh shit, he's reading off scripts! The time of death was 5 p.m. on 1st November. Yeah, that's the amazing thing about Capcom, is that, like, I'm pretty sure all of their soundtracks are on Spotify now. Maybe there's a few exceptions. Or at least all, like, their major titles. Like, I don't know if, like, Cannon Spike's soundtrack is on there. Maybe. Yeah, updated autopsy report. The freaking cheating. There's indication of attempt to disguise the real time of death, however. The fucker's the one who hid the time of death in the first place. They're just like... They're cheating, whatever. It seems that the natural decaying process of the victim's body may have been slowed by keeping it chilled. No, they updated it, but we had an updated autopsy report because Maria Gori didn't know the time. There are no refrigeration devices in that part of London large enough to accommodate a human corpse. How did you know that? My lord, this is more than just conjecture. There's evidence to support the idea. We must investigate it thoroughly. Very well. The court will accept the new report as evidence. However, this updated report is deemed to be accurate. It would give renewed significance to the movements of the victim on the day before the Fresno Street incident. It would, yes, especially since on that day. Pigeon! It's back! Where's Daddy Sholmes? Oh my god, wait, Pigeon, let me catch you up. So, I have a new wife. Her name's Maria Gori. What kind of... There she is, okay? Second of all, that's the most important thing. So, you know how we thought Sholmes' best friend / partner was Wilson? It's actually him! Susato's dad. And so now there's like a slight theory that Iris might be his daughter, but I don't believe that. I think she's either right now my theory is that she's either the daughter of Strongheart or Clint Van Zieks. And guess who's the judge in this one? It's Strongheart, because he's a fucking cheater. That's all that happened since earlier. Of course, it's a goth girl. I know, but look at her though. She's so cool. It's what... Oh, and Kazuma and Strongheart are definitely cheating, 100% without a doubt. Like, not even memeing. Imagine being Strongheart's daughter. I would disown myself. Iris is possibly Susato's sister. I think that's what they're leading us to believe at the moment, but I personally don't think that's what's happening. Wait, you didn't see the goth girl? Oh my god, Cloud, look. She is... Look at her. Hello. Hello, Maria. Okay. Inspector Gregson was using Mr. Vigil to cover up his real movements. It's conceivable that he was killed in the course of his secret activities. Do I sense that the prosecution has some information regarding those activities? Scotland Yard put an enormous effort into investigating that precise matter yesterday. I think we should begin by presenting the results of that investigation work. So the prosecution calls its first witness now. I love witnesses. Everyone was goth during this time. Maybe. Oh, I was hoping it was somebody new. It's just Gina. It's just Gina. It's okay. State your name and occupation for the court. Inspector Gina Lestrade, report. Reaper Sensitive, Scotland Yard. A self-conferred rank, but never mind. Gina again? What's your problem, Moto? Nothing? Nothing? What's with that Gina again look, eh? Ah. The boss meant the world to me. He done more for me than anyone else ever did. Oh, Inspector Gregson, you mean? Shut up, cheater. He got me out back the back slums the East End and took me under his wing. Taught me that life can have a purpose. So that's why I'm the best person to be standing here speaking for him. Oh, Gina. Right. Out of all the goodness of Gregson's heart, not at all that he had his armed fist by Mr. Sholmes. No. Okay, the point is that he did it. What's a Gina? Gina's one of the best characters, okay? What's relevant to these proceedings of the outcome of Scotland Yard's investigations yesterday? I wish, well, no, it's... I mean, I kind of wish it was that case, Pigeon. I had to wait because of PC problems. Has revealed that the victim was carrying out some assignment that police knew nothing about. Very troubling. Shut up. That face. Lord Strongheart knew. Of course he knew. So, Inspector Lestrade, let's hear exactly what it says in that report. Coming right up, sir. Oh, and a dog almost licked, well, it did lick our face off, but we're alive to tell about it. Food Lion. Food Lion. The victim's movements. Bum, bum, bum. All yard detectives are supposed to follow orders and investigate what they're told. The little search of the boss's office turned up a notebook that had a load of secret meetings in it. According to that, the boss was looking at some smuggled goods deal that day. Oh, grocery store. I know the dog's probably gonna end up being a witness. Looks like it was a big job and all, but the coppers weren't onto it yet. What matters most is there's witnesses what saw the Reaper at the place too. Bum, 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 bum. Smuggled goods? I don't know, do I? I'm just telling you what was written in the book. Tobacco, tea, spices, medicines, goods of all sorts flow into London by illegal channels from across the globe. It's well known that they're disposed of at regular black markets that take place in the capital. But the police are rarely able to locate them in time. So Inspector Gregson was investigating one of those black markets. It's been suggested that high-ranking government officials may be involved in black market activity. No doubt Gregson was trying to avoid details of investigations being leaked to the involved parties. That would explain why he was operating on his own authority without the Yard's knowledge. Oh, would it? Hi, Pac-Man. Bleach and polish to make bad meat look good. What? That's you can do that? Time to get into the industry. No, I'm just kidding. And do we know where the dealings were taking place this time? In a particular room of the certain exclusive London gentleman's club, and on the day in question, the accused is known to have been there. That's the conclusion of Scotland Yard's investigation into the matter. Yeah, Van Zieks is still the prosecuted. That can't be! We haven't heard anything about any of this. Members of the club have testified to it. There's no question. The accused, Beric Van Zieks, was present. That would be very significant testimony then. Yeah, Strongheart's the fucking judge because he's cheating. Oh my, but Lord Van Zeeks has made no mention of this at all. In short, Lord Van Zeeks had ample opportunity to murder the victim. This guy is freaking so dramatic. Very well then, counsel for the defense. Begin your cross-examination. Alright, let's go. Keep rubbing my hands. Shut up, Kazuma. Judge, jury, and executioner. Alright, let's go. Good lines are that got kicked out of your state. Ew. Seems like they go out of their way to do all that.
Hold it!
That was louder than I expected. So, you follow orders, do you, Gina? Hey, Yon. Nah, not me. I'm above all that. See? Oh. Boss always that special or- oh shit, I have to change my stream title to episode 5 now. Because we're on 4. Bum, 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 bum. Oh my god, episode 45. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. All the way to episode 45. The boss always had special orders for me. Grab us some fish and chips, or go and give Toby his grub, that kind of thing. So errands more than orders then. This detective is still an apprentice after all. Yeah, well, this apprentice ain't one to sit around and wait to be told what to do, even by the boss. That's why I've been doing me own investigations into what happened. I didn't find much at first. But a little search of the boss's office turned up a notebook.
Hold it!
Yeah, that was... So he was investigating possibly Shin's bullshit? Yep, as part of the independent Lestrade investigation. I'm sure your superiors would be delighted that you're taking the initiative. So I snuck into his office when no one else was about. Because if anyone at the yard had seen me going in there, they'd have turfed me straight out onto the street. Sounding less and less like an investigation, more and more like something else. The prosecution understands that it was this very detective who discovered the notebook. There's Sholmes. He's been with Mikatoba. But they were out all night, doing who knows what. At a false bottom. That's impressive. So then I went to hide myself where no one could find me and could have butchered at what was written in it. So if anyone at the yard had found me out, they'd have turned me straight onto the street. I've given it now though, ain't I? If it weren't for me, it wouldn't never have been found. According to that, the boss is looking into some smuggled goods dealing that day. Looks like it was a big job and all, but the coppers weren't onto it yet. What matters most is there's witnesses what saw the Reaper at the place too. Okay. Oh shit. Okay, hold on. Those are the statement. I didn't press any of those, but could have been lying to us. That's not the only way to explain it. Oh, if everything must be a mistake in the testimony. Okay, I just wanted to see what that dialogue was for a second. Smuggled goods. I can't believe a gentleman's club's taking like a thing right now in this game. Yes, I remember, but I was hoping to find out the name of the club. That won't be necessary. What? It's conceivable that the club might be used again by the smugglers in future. Therefore, prosecution has been asked not to reveal the name of these proceedings. Yeah, read it. Can't I show you what I can do? Go on, what's the arm? Yeah, read it. Read it. This is a closed court. The proceedings are confidential. There shouldn't be any possibility of information being leaked. As I explained, there is some possibility of politicians being involved in this affair. Prosecution is rightfully exercising caution, I imagine. Just read it. Oh shit, maybe Kazuma's on her side. Maybe he's like a pseudo cheater, like he's pretending to work with Strongheart, but he's gonna secretly help us. Nah, I don't know. There's no question that Inspector Gregson was looking at these black market dealings. However, it's not yet been established that he was on that particular trial on the day in question. Trail. Yeah, he's a double agent. The defense requires to know the club's name. The prosecution has no intention of being obstructive. Oh yeah, eat shit, Strongheart. He doesn't like that. Strongheart will remember that. Oh, just showing off her reading skills. The grouse.
Hold it!
Hold it. The grouse? What sort of club is that? I ain't got the foggiest. Clubs ain't exactly my thing. But I am kind of curious. They're not places where a foreign student like you would be readily admitted. Have you looked in the mirror recently? Yeah, what the fuck is that supposed to mean? Yep, he was secretly prosecuting for his defense. I feel like this castle is all about justice, right? And if Strongheart is up to no good, I don't think he'd want to follow that. And if Kazuma seems smart enough to know if Strongheart's being a scammer, and I don't think Kazuma would want to join in the scamming. Could you though? Could you though? Really don't think you should go picking out anything anyway. Yeah, it's gotta be that's what the lower ranking detectives at the yard record. Says the even lower ranking detective. That's rude.
Hold it!
Something went down the club. Yeah. The witness is what saw the Reaper.
Hold it!
Imagine Lord Van Zeke's at a club. A gentleman's club. He was. Oh, was he? Detectives who visited the club yesterday to make inquiries have confirmed it. Several members report having seen the accused being admitted to the room in question as a guest. Took you longer. It looks like there was no disputing that he was there then. Well, we know that Lord Van Zeek was investigating Inspector Gregson, don't we? Perhaps he'd already discovered the inspector's secret notebook. Which led him to the club, you mean? Maybe. Presumably then, there's also eyewitnesses who can testify that Gregson was there. Everybody was there. Sitting in VIP by himself with his chalice. None have been identified at this time, no. So the all-important victim wasn't seen at this mysterious club. Oi! Why ain't you asking Inspector Lestrade, right? Lord Van Zeek told us he was investigating Inspector Gregson. Who was inspecting that Shin stuff? We never once mentioned that he met the inspector the day before the incident. I don't think... No, Zeeks was definitely not lying. I pull the ears off. We'll find out when the time is right. No, let's find out now. Why's the hat like mirrored? Aww. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, we'll find out when the plot requires it. How did that? So a big gash. Okay, remember that. Oh my god, we can actually open it? Passport authorizing him to travel overseas. Oh, to France? Was Inspector Gregson about to go on a trip? Oh, what is it? It was for travel on 31st October, just one day before the incident. What? Really? Passport. Passport document in Inspector Gregson's possession was issued for travel to France the day before his body was discovered. Gregson went to France the day before his body was discovered? They killed him in France and brought him back, maybe? I don't know. Or like... Something's up. Oh my god, there's blood on the side. There's dark stain here, do you think? Okay, so there's blood on it. This was present at the scene when Inspector Gregson was killed. I mean, she probably would have noticed. They had departure within 1 week from... Wait, are they saying like he actually left? It says 1 week from October, but then they're saying he left before? Gentlemen's club called the Grouse. Okay, maybe there's evidence about the Grouse? Aha! That was easy. Wait, so it was a ship? Oh, so he died on the ship? So he was going to France? Yokohama departure 11 September, London arrival 1st November. Wait a minute, what? Yeah, that's the one they were on. So it was okay. Yeah, it's been 2 weeks since I played it, so I forgot. They came in like literally that morning or something. Being called to Dunkirk on the north coast of France for a night before finally. Okay, so France. So they killed him and they took him via boat. They killed him in France. So he just arrived to France somehow. And they killed him. And then they took him back via boat to plant his body in the spot that, you know, people are investigating now. In the murder spot. Maybe. Alright, well that's our info. Yeah, I wish I could like filter these. I feel like this isn't useful anymore. So I don't have to cycle through all these again. You know, we purposely don't know the color of Clint's hair. We know it's like vaguely pink in that painting.
Objection!
I've read about these clubs that exist here in Britain. As I understand it, they're places where well-to-do gentlemen socialize with friends and colleagues. So that means Reaper was on the ship too? Don't imagine for a second that a foreign student like you would be admitted. Yeah, because it was overseas. Seriously, is your mirror cracked or something? He's just been spending way too much time around Zeke's. Becoming racist. Do we know for sure that the contraband dealings were definitely happening at the club called the Grouse? Police are currently looking for evidence, but haven't found anything definitive yet. I'm sorry to say that they probably won't. What do you mean by that? I mean that the place Inspector Gregson was secretly going to visit on 31st October may not have been a gentleman's club at all. You're showing very irreverent attitude towards our country's police force there, Counsel. If it wasn't a gentleman's club, then what was it? It was a ship! A steamship! You think it's a ship? Slam the- oh, okay. I was gonna say, slam the evidence down. I have the evidence to prove it here. Let me see that. This dark-suited young man is not the least bit untrustworthy. Ah, the other side, my lord. Be more specific next time. I'm so happy that whoever's sitting in the judge seat just becomes really stupid. It's like a curse. Like the judges can be like the smartest person in the universe, and as soon as they sit there, they're just like the most obtuse character. Ah, this would appear to be a ticket for passage upon a steamship, yes. The SS Grouse. Rabble, rabble.
Objection!
Objection. It takes away the brain cells. Those poor brain cells. So there's a steamship named the Grouse that happens to share a name with the club. Oh my god, you too? But I'm afraid to say, there's a flaw in your logic there. How? Look at the ticket. Notice the date of arrival in port. The ship arrived at the port of Dover on 1st November. Ah! The day on which the sound like a gunshot was heard on Fresno Street. In other words, on the day in question here, 31st October, when the victim was on his clandestine mission, that ship hadn't docked on British shores because it happened in the water. Feeds off people's intelligence. That's what I was thinking. Like, what if the chair is just like some sentient being is just absorbing brain cells so it could just take over Britain one day? It's gonna happen. This makes no sense. This is stupid. You are stupid. Ah, always. I have clicked way too many times. Yeah, and ships. Exactly, at work. There's a big ass kitchen in there, and yeah. The ship hadn't docked on British shores. I can't say shores, apparently. That would certainly make an undercover investigation somewhat challenging.
Objection!
It's some deep chair lore. I mean, I believe it. Look, Clint has pink hair. The chair absorbs brain cells. There's a freezer on the ship. The fact that the steamship hadn't yet reached Britain substantiates the defense's assertion that the victim was investigating the SS Grouse on the day in question. Then show your evidence for that assertion. Very well. Yeah, you didn't think I'd say that, did you? In that case, counsel for the defense, present your evidence to the court now. Evidence that substantiates your claim that the victim was investigating the SS Grouse on 31st October. I mean, a suitcase? I mean, it says... I mean, no, I guess that... Is it a suitcase? Passport? Passport.
Take that!
Does it specifically say anything about it? That's the only travel-related thing? Oh yeah, the date. What are you suggesting? Suggesting that just one day before the inspector's body was discovered, there's a distinct possibility he wasn't even in the country. Do that stance. Look at he was covering it. Oh god, he's doing it, yeah. He's actually gonna show evidence. Fuck. The documents for passage to France. It does appear to have been officially authorized. I know, I hate getting in the position. Well, that's gonna happen when I have to re-examine everything. I hate getting in that position because like they have to start looking for like really small details. The day before the SS Grouse arrived at Dover, it docked on the northern coast of France for a night. According to my father, who was on board, Went to Dunkirk, France. Dunkirk, France? What could possibly have taken the victim there? I'm impressed, Ryunosuke Naruto. Oh, classic prosecutor tech. I certainly didn't expect you to get your hands on that passport. What? You mean you knew about this? You didn't. The prosecution strategy for this trial has been laid down by the Crown Prosecution Office. On the day before the incident, the victim was investigating contraband dealings at a London club. That's the outcome of Scotland Yard's investigations and the lineup the prosecution has been asked to follow. But personally, I don't agree. I think the prosecutor's office is trying to hide something. What? And now that you've expertly disproven their assertion, I intend to reveal what I believe that something to be. What are you playing at, Professor Asugi? Courtroom is at a forum for the truth, my lord. That's why it's my duty to present all the facts without exception. Let me guess. This was your intention from the outset, wasn't it? The reason Inspector Gregson secretly made his way to the steamship docked in France on the day in question is to carry out a mission for the Reaper. Okay, your theme is really cool, and I really appreciate it starting to play, but this is crazy! The Reaper... Dude, 3? Jamal. What? F? That's enough for us. Order, order! What on earth are you saying, counsel? Prosecution made an assertion in court yesterday. No, there's the flashback. I need these, so thank you. Inspector Gregson was investigating the identity of the Reaper. He discovered the location of the man's secret hideout. He was killed. I'm sure everyone can imagine. At a Reaper's hands. These recaps are nice right now. But in reality, the truth is the opposite of that. What? Inspector Gregson wasn't investigating the Reaper at all. He was in fact acting for the Reaper. No. Wait a minute. Because I'm still on the... I think Strongheart's the Reaper. So Gregson's... What if that's possible? Like, Gregson could potentially be working for the Reaper, and so Strongheart framed Zeke's for Gregson's death to cover his trail. Oh no. I hate Strongheart, man. I can't voice it the same way. I don't even know what half the voices I use. So I mean, he technically was working for the Reaper, but I think this whole thing was staged. Gregson died because Strongheart is the worst ever. So you're saying this mission he was undertaking was obviously an assassination? I don't think Gregson was assassinating. I think it was just a trap for him. Eric Van Zeeks never carried out any of the actual killings. Whenever the Reaper's victims lost their lives, he always had a cast iron alibi. Now they're framing Zeeks. I don't think it was Italian because I don't know how to do Italian accents. Unless it's talking about meatballs. Oh wait, hold on. Did I get... Damn it. Which tells us that he must have had an accomplice. And you claim that was Inspector Gregson. Hand gestures. The hell you think you're saying, eh? My boss would never have done nothing like that. And yet, so when you consider all the facts, it all makes perfect sense. No, it can't be. We also arrived at the same conclusion, didn't we? Inspector Gregson was operating as the Reaper. I don't think it... I mean, okay, I do believe that Gregson could be, like, working before Strongheart, but he's definitely... I mean, I guess the Reaper could just be like a hive of evil that Strongheart's leading. It's Lord Van Zeeks, no, the true Reaper is somebody else. Eric Van Zeeks is not the Reaper. Predictable response from someone who's advocating for the man. And even if it's true that Gregson was operating as an agent of the Reaper, suggestion that he went aboard the SS Grows on an assassination mission doesn't follow at all. Oh, you have some solid reason for doubting the assertion, do you, Counsel? Absolutely. It's very simple. On the day in question, nobody was killed aboard that steamship. Yeah, it was the day before, and they put him in the freezer. Professor Mikotoba and Judge Jigoku were on that very ship. Someone had been assassinated. I'm certain we would have heard about it. What's so funny? Italian accent. This? You're right, of course. No suspicious deaths were reported on board the ship. But I think perhaps you've missed the point. Oh my god, I almost went Italian there for a second. That's precisely why Inspector Gregson himself lost his life. What? Gregson did board the SS Grouse that night with the intention of dispatching his mark. But his mission ended in failure. Failure? It seems that the defense hasn't yet grasped a very important detail here. It seems like you haven't grasped an important detail here. What are you talking about? What detail? Inspector Gina Lestrade. What? The victim's notebook that you read an excerpt from earlier, that doesn't contain details of secret investigations at all. Describes 10 years of assassination plots to be carried out by the Reaper of the Bailey. You're lying! Even if all of them bludges what got taken out at it coming. The boss weren't the Reaper. Poor Gina. There's no question that Tobias Gregson was heavily involved in the Reaper's activities. You may just be an apprentice, but if you spent any time with the Scotland Yard, you must have heard rumors. I ain't heard nothing, and I don't believe a word of it. And testify again as a representative of Scotland Yard. Consider it your chance to defend your boss. I don't... I concur. The witness will give a new formal testimony. Miss Lestrade, you will tell the court everything you know about Inspector Gregson's secret notebook. Secret notebook. The Reaper's notebook. Yeah, this notebook does have a load of stuff about what the Reaper got up to these past 10 years. Names of victims, dates and places and stuff, and the last entry in there was 31st October. It said grouse for the place on that date and then the name of the mark. There was a note about him being a criminal what got away from the Reaper in court 10 years ago or something. Hi, X Factor. But honest, the boss didn't do none of it. He was just investigating the Reaper, that's all. Keep personal opinion out of your testimony, witness. We require only established fact here. Cute coming from him. Cheater. This must be so hard for her. You can't deny it now, surely, Ryunosuke Naruhodo. What can't I deny? The notebook contained the name of the final mark and location where the assassination would take place. That's information that the victim could only have known if he was working with the Reaper. Ah. So, who was it to be his final mark? Go ahead, Inspector Lestrade. Read the name for the court. The name that's written alongside the entry that mentions the grouse at 31st October. Yeah? Oh, how do you read this then? Reading still not her strong suit. Oh, she's doing better. That ain't the problem, alright, Odo? It's a funny name. It ain't English. It's hard to read. Wait, it's not... So it's someone from overseas? Wait, it's not Sheen, is it? She's already dead. Let me have a bash at it. Set Ishiro! Seishiro! Jigoku! What? Why was he gonna kill him? Wait! But We haven't seen him all night. He's with Mikatoba. Oh my god, are they okay? You leave him alone. It can't be. Seisho Jigoku? That's the Japanese judge, everyone. But that's Judge Jigoku. Thanks, game. Seisho Jigoku, certainly not an English name, you're right. Objection. I knew it wasn't a good thing. Oh no. That can't be right. I know Judge Jigoku, and I saw him the day before yesterday here in London. So I know for a fact that the man hasn't been assassinated. Yeah, maybe because he failed. Where is he now? We haven't seen him in a while. Well, Mikatoba hasn't shown up either, but he could be with Seijiro, as neither of them showed up last night. As I said, the Reaper failed. Oh. Gregson missed his chance to kill his mark and return to British shores. But the Reaper wouldn't tolerate the mistake, so he killed the inspector personally. No! See, that's where Strongheart comes in to kill Gregson because he... Oh my god, what if Gregson is actually the assassinator? The assassin. Sorry. What if he's actually the assassin and then Strongheart knew that he failed? So that's why he staged the death? Maybe, no, I don't know. I still think this is a trap. This is a trap to cover up Strongheart. So he killed the inspector personally. The Reaper, of course, being the accused. Beric Van Zeke. Zeke's is innocent. They said before our last trial that they were together. Yeah. Yeah. But we don't know. Well, because like Mikatoba and Sholmes were together and Jigoku's gone. And Mikatoba or Jigoku haven't shown up to the hotel. The Assassinator sounds like... Sounds like some like shitty 80s B movie. Assassinator. It's an undeniably logical argument. Kazuma, you planned for the trial to go this way all along, didn't you?
Hold it!
Yeah, exactly, Jiblik, that's what I was thinking of. Zeeks? Look who— oh! He's back! Pray forgive the discourtesy of filling my hallowed chalice while I stand accused of murder. Our boy's back! Lord Van Zeeks! He has his chalice, he's got his boot stumps. I missed him. The accused has no right to speak uninvited in court. You will return to the dock. Shut up. I say nothing of whether or not I'm the Reaper. That's the task of this court to decide. But there is one thing I can say unequivocally. Equivocally. That's one. That girl is no detective. What? No, that's right. I ain't. I'm an inspector. Repeating rumors heard around the yard. Reading entries from a notebook of unconfirmed origin. That's not testimony. It's practically a script. No doubt the rest of this trial will go exactly as you've clearly planned. Damn him if you go. See? Zeke's even knows. It does hit different. The cameras are in front of us. Like, oh, I felt like I was being attacked. I'm so happy Zeke's is here to say this though. Like, he knows the rules, and so do I. Your hatred of me is understandable. In your mind, I'm sure I am the Reaper, who sent your father to the gallows all those years ago. But you're in danger of becoming a far more sinister Reaper yourself. Ooh, get him, by attempting to have me condemned with this feeble excuse for testimony. You wouldn't get this from any other clients or guy. What did you say? Mr. Naruhodo, this is our chance. My lord, the defense requests that the defendant be allowed to speak. You may be privy to important information relating to the testimony just given by the witness. That freaking gavel. What I hate him so much. Very well. See, the hesitation was very suspicious, Strongheart. He clearly was trying to think of a plan. He's just like, shit. Now I really gotta get Zeke's murdered now. Really cover my trail. The defendant may remain in the witness stand for the cross-examination. Then allow me to toast the court's impartiality. Wait, how did he fill it again? Same, Pigeon. I would look for that. Oh, fuck Strongheart. Fuck him, fuck his theme, everything he stands for. His stupid gavel. Don't raise your glass in my direction, sir. Counselor for the defense. Begin the cross-examination immediately. At once, my lord. Ponto, you're back. You're back right as Zeke's is back. The Reaper's Notebook. So what? Are we supposed to believe that Zeke's is just gonna make a little comment?
Hold it!
Here and there? In other words, it shows that Gregson was basically acting as the Reaper. Not to you and all. That ain't the only explanation, is it? He could have been investigating the Reaper in secret, and that notebook said what he found out. If I may. Oh, please. You may. When originally people began referring to me as the Reaper, I didn't object. I believe the power to intimidate London's criminal classes into compliance with the law to be beneficial. But you carried out your own investigations into the true identity of the Reaper, didn't you? Yes, and those investigations proved conclusively that Gregson was one arm of the Reaper. Okay. Okay. One arm? What are you on about? The Reaper's victims were all extremely shrewd criminals at the top of their game. There's simply no way one person could have taken them on alone. The Reaper is an organization. Oh, shit. With you at its head. No, it's Strongheart! Obviously! I had spies at the yard keeping me abreast of Gregson's movements, letting me know when he was elsewhere. So I'd been able to check the most recent entry in his book. I knew the location. You knew it said Rouse? Believing it to be a reference to the Gentleman's Club, I went there on the day in question to investigate, alone. Yeah, it's 1900s, there's no rules. So that explains why several members of the club claim to have seen you there. But of course, the inspector was not there. It's also Ace Attorney, there's no rules. Because at the time he was making his way to the steamship docked on the northern coast of France. As shown by the passport found in the victim's metal truck. Very well done. Back to your testimony about the contents of this notebook. Fine. Something wrong, Mr. Naruhodo? You seemed a little shocked by something a moment ago. Oh no, it's alright. I'm overthinking this, aren't I?
Hold it!
For kid stuff. Asashin. Yeah, that's the one. She's a friend of yours or some, isn't she? Definitely not a friend. Asashin. The assassin. So on the nose. Well, like a killer, you mean? Gregson was the tactician, the one who came up with the plan of attack. He investigated the marks thoroughly, finding out when they would be vulnerable and who to use to get at them. The person actually executing his plans was someone else, you're saying? That's true. Then the Reaper does indeed start to sound like an organized group of vigilantes. Oh, does it, Strongheart? Ah, then perhaps what it said on the passport document. Permission for the applicant and one additional person to travel. Could that additional person have been? They're the assassin who was meant to take Seishiro Jigoku's life. Gina, can you confirm that? What name was written? Didn't have a name? Sound like a question mark or something there, I think. In other words, Gregson himself didn't know the identity of the assassin in that case. But Gregson was the one making the plans, was he not? Oh, how infuriating. A nameless assassin?
Hold it!
This is pretty weird. That's what it's a funny name if you ask me. I thought your name was odd. So pleased to have lost my crown there. Mr. Jigoku is the presiding judge of Japan's Supreme Court of Judicature. I remember the man. He came to our country as a visiting student 16 years ago. Studying international law and diplomacy under your tutelage, Lord Strongheart. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, Pigeon. Leave Jason alone. That bearded young fellow was a very able man, I must say. So Lord Strongheart was Judge Jigoku's mentor. If I'm not mistaken, he returned to Japan 10 years ago now. 10 years ago, after that fateful case. Precisely. The aftermath of the professor case. His repatriation was organized immediately. It's a mystery why such a man would be listed in the inspector's notebook. I didn't think it was possible, but the mood in here got even worse now. Maybe I'll just keep talking. There's a note about him being a criminal but got away from the Reaper in court 10 years ago or so.
Hold it!
What do you mean a criminal? Judge Jigoku is no criminal. Well, don't ask me. I don't know nothing about it. Oh, do you remember what Father told us? That Judge Jigoku did once appear in court here in Britain. It was related to the professor case, I'm sure. Yes, of course. You're right. I need to get more water. Seishiro was trying to mitigate Genshin's guilt, so he took to the stand to testify, but he got a little carried away and actually managed to break the witness stand. He also said some contemptuous words about the British Empire for which he was charged. Well, shit. It was a pitiful situation, yes. I'd forgotten all about it, but I prosecuted that trial too, as it happens. You did? It was considered to be adjunct to the professor proceedings, you see. But he was acquitted after being told to make reparation for the damage caused to the stand. And there you have it. Have what? Surely the accused hasn't forgotten his own rule. God, this fucking fan keeps blowing my hair in my face. But there's no saving anyone who faces the Reaper in court, guilty or innocent alike. What? No! Are you suggesting that the reason Judge Jigoku was targeted for assassination? The man was sent back to Japan immediately after that trial. The Reaper had no time to do his work. But then, 10 years later, the mark returns to Britain once more. Yeah, maybe, pimp. Perhaps now you start to see. Just like I don't know anything about Wilson yet, so hard to say. Just how vindictive the Reaper is. Come on, that's absurd. To take someone's life for that? Isn't the whole premise of the Reaper absurd? Killing those who have been found innocent? Clearly the rules by which the man operates are beyond a sane person's comprehension. But... What? She didn't get an objection? Right, I've had just about enough of this. Gina? All this nonsense about the boss plan to kill people. It's cobblers. Come on, Odo. Yes? Why ain't you saying nothing? Why ain't you yelling out objection or something? What? You gotta find a flaw. You do usually. Someone's lying here, no question. You gotta work out who it is. Please, for the boss. That outburst was an insult to the court and to your own testimony. Oh, shut up. Might have known that a common pickpocket from the back subs couldn't make a detective. Alright, first of all, she's an inspector, and second of all, you are a fucking asshole. Look at her! Don't make her cry! Oh! Strongheart. When this trial's over, you'll forfeit your warrant card, Miss Lestrade. No, she won't. At it with a lot of ya. It's lies. Every bleeding place you look in this world, in it. Well, I've had enough. Gina. So have I. After that little speech of Gina's, I've made up my minds. To do what, Mr. Naruto? There was one point in this cross-examination when something was said just didn't sit right with me. One statement that seemed odd. Oh, do you mean... I'm not gonna let Gina's plea for help fall on deaf ears. He's going down now. You do not make Gina cry.
it!
I want to thank you, Gina. You helped me find my resolve. Oh, Ryunosuke's resolve. Eh? What do you mean? Amongst everything we've heard during this cross-examination, there's one thing that defies explanation. One inconsistency. What? An inconsistency? Wait, why is... Zeke's is just like, come on, get it. He's rooting for us silently. Really, Odo? I don't quite know what it means yet, but... yes, there's an inconsistency in something that was said by... I don't know. I mean, Zeke's did the ... Probably stronger because he's cheating. I know. I mean, I feel like it could be Strongheart or Kazuma, but Zeke's had the little not speech, so he could be him too. I don't think it'd be Gina. I mean, Kazuma is talking a lot of shit. It's not my boy. It's not my boy Zeke's. Oh, I can't believe why is he still here? Stupid ass lip.
Take that!
By you, Kazuma Asugi. Me? Is this some attempt at filibustering counsel? Dude. Prosecutor Asugi has given no testimony. What are you suggesting? I said that was inconsistent. I don't know. I just kind of went on a limb there. You let something slip that you shouldn't have? So he knows something that he shouldn't? When I present the relevant piece of evidence, imagine you'll realize what you've done. Very well then, counsel, go ahead. I feel like Ryunosuke's telling me. What evidence reveals the alleged inconsistency in something Prosecutor Asugi said? I don't know. Alright, let's bust out the rabbit. Come on. Damn it. What did it even say? I wish... I wish I could have, like, go back to what he was saying. I mean, it's... The only thing he was talking about was about the Reaper. So I know it's Reaper related. I just don't really know what actual evidence to show. Yes, the history's not gonna tell me. I start from the beginning. I forgot about this photo. What did he even... Okay, oh, he was talking about his petty thirst for revenge. I don't even know what else I have.
Take that!
Well, that's not right. So, my initial impressions were correct. This is nonsense. It was a guess! I guessed the one. I'll guess the other two. Oh, whatever. Yeah, what did he say? Because at the time he was making his way to the steamship dock on the northern coast of France. This is exactly it. Wait. What I thought he let slip isn't what I thought. It's something else. I have to rescan this. Wait, what the fuck? Wait, hold on one second. Sorry. But, 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 but. But.
Take that!
There's blood on it, but I don't know okay, the inconsistency that I thought he was referencing is different from what they're discussing now. I have to get more water. What's this? A bloodstain, a relatively fresh one too? Well, you mean that ain't grease from all the boss's fish and chips? Fresh blood in the inspector's trunk. Suggests the victim was traveling with that luggage when he was killed. That can't be. There's no mention of any trunk. Oh, okay, just the existence of the trunk. Okay, I get it. Yes, there's a reason for that. Immediately after the inspector's body was discovered, one of the steel peddlers made off with the trunk. So okay, so Cosmo just knowing the trunk existed. Okay. But I found it, me, with my nose for trouble. It wasn't what either of us thought. Grease from the fish and chips. Which means that nobody should have known anything about the trunk. Unless, of course, we were talking about somebody who was present when the victim was killed. And I guess that's you? And yeah, it's during the cross-examination of the witness just now. You said this, Kazuma. Because at the time he was making his way to the steamship dock on the northern coast of France. Shown by the passport found in the victim's metal trunk. So the question is, how do you know about the inspector's trunk? I mean, I don't know. I guess I didn't think that was that much of a inconsistency. We knew the man went on a trip to France. Like he would... Where else would he put his passport? I mean, everyone has luggage. But you knew it was in a metal trunk. Answer me honestly, Kazuma. On 31st October, where exactly were you? So he was on the ship. The port of Dunkirk, on board the SS Grouse. Why? Is that the answer you're looking for, Ryunosuke? But why? Kazuma, what did you... Yeah, you put your passport with your fish and chips and get grease all over the passport. I hadn't considered the possibility before, but Kazuma was there on the ship, then it only have been for one purpose. To kill Gregson? Don't tell me Kazuma killed him and then is trying to frame Zeke's. Come on, Ryunosuke, you know the rules. So do I. They set it up. Okay, Pim. The only thing that really talks in the courtroom is hard evidence. As I understand, Inspector Gregson always took that case with him when he traveled. So as it stands, you've proved nothing. Kazuma. Are you challenging me to prove it? Beyond all reasonable doubt? That you were there that day, the same place as the inspector? He was there with Gregson? There's a clue that you've overlooked, a secret that Trunk can tell us. Can't be sure at this point. I'll need to verify it. But I have a nasty feeling that I'm gonna be right. So it's about the trunk? The blood? The gash? Read the evidence that ties Prosecutor Asuki Inspector Gregson. The gash?
Got it!
Got it! This is your proof? What do you say to that, Professor Asuki? Personally, I think trying to defense counsel the inspector's trunk and tossing it in the sea would be more helpful. Am I wrong? Okay, it's the blood. At least that way, London's courtrooms will be safe from his destructive accusations. I believe that was a long-winded way of telling you that you're wrong, Mr. Naruto. Very well. Let us see if you sink or swim or weight of the penalty. Okay, it's the blood. I was thinking the gash from his sword or something, you know, like he freaking cut it or something. Like, I thought the blood was like a little too obvious. Because this doesn't link him to Asugi. This does.
Got it!
There's two fucking things in this. Did I... There's only two things to inspect on this. Unless I missed. Can I open it? But inside is just the same shit. Oh, is it this? Oh, I didn't even notice that. It's a piece of his sword.
Got it!
Oh shit, I did not even notice that. There's a small piece of metal lodged in the wall of the trunk, like tip of a blade. Let's see your sword, Kazuma. Kazuma, slung around your waist as ever today. The esteemed blade Karuma. Of course it is. Won't you draw it here in this courtroom for all to see? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Happened to you too? Okay. I like how, like, sometimes you have to inspect something like freaking 3 times to notice like this little detail and then it all freaking just lines up. I don't have water. I keep forgetting. I'm so thirsty. That won't be necessary. Oh no! Is it the other sword? The tip is broken. Okay. I thought oh no meant oh no, we're wrong. The fragment of metal from the trunk fits together to the end of the sword. The question of who was there with Inspector Gregson will be answered. Agreed, Kazuma Asugi. Kazuma, I can't. Why would you kill Gregson? Expertly done, Ryunosuke. That's a point to you, well deserved. Why is he making it sound like, congrats, you got me? Do you mean to tell the court, Prosecutor Asugi? Yes, on 31st October, I accompanied Inspector Gregson to Dunkirk. Ordered to carry out a mission. So the additional person authorized to travel was me. It's honestly pissing me off every time Strongheart's like, what do you mean? Because you know damn well what's happening, Strongheart, and I'm so mad. And the mission was the assassination of the Mark. Okay, this is pretty insane right now, actually. You mean you're the killer's name was omitted from this notebook? You were following the Reaper's orders to dispatch Judge Goku? Oh shit. Wait, let me make one thing perfectly clear. I have killed no one, but attempted. Same Billy. Explain. I accepted the assassination mission, yes, and I accompanied Gregson to Dunkirk, but I never had any intention of carrying out the plan. You were never going to do it? We can believe Kazuma-sama, I'm sure. After all, Judge Goku arrived safely in London the following day. On the 31st, I boarded a train from London with Inspector Gregson. We traveled to Dover, from where we crossed the channel to Dunkirk. Then we boarded the SS Grouse and made for the cabin deck, as indicated in the plan. You went to Judge Igoku's cabin? Okay, but where is he? Because he hasn't been seen since last night. Exactly. He wasn't there, though. We decided to wait, but you've already told us you had no intention of going through with it anyway. I didn't come to Great Britain to take anyone's life. So I left Gregson and disembarked the ship. I spent that night at a boarding house in the town and returned to England the following morning. This is so messy. I don't... So he got onto the ship because he was supposed to do it, and then he left because he didn't want to do it? But if he was... So, I mean, he'd still have to deal with repercussions of not doing it. Like, did Strongheart... What, did he give him a little slap on the wrist? And it was just like, you'll get it next time. Boarding house in Dunkirk. My signature will be in the register book. It would be simple enough to verify. Like I'm following what's happening, but I find this really messy. Like what... Yeah, like he refused to obey, but like that seems stupid. Like I understand and I agree with him. I wouldn't do it either if I were Kazuma. I didn't think he would do it. But there's obviously going to be repercussions for him not going through an assassination order. So like, what's going to happen with that? That's the only part I'm like eager to see how it's going to unfold. My signature, blah blah blah. Then what became of Jigoku? Gregson was no assassin, so the mark was spared. I'm sure it's easy enough to imagine what happened after that. Gregson returned to England as well, having failed to complete the mission. He met with the Reaper in that room on Fresno Street to report the failure. You're lying! Causing the infuriated mastermind to pull the trigger. You're lying! And end his wretched agent's life. No, that's not what's happening at all. I can't kill Jigoku, I'm sick. I can't go to work today, I can't. That's the real truth behind Inspector Gregson's murder.
Objection.
No, it's not! Zeke's is like, are you fucking insane? But if you did nothing as you claim, how did the tip of your sword come to be lodged in the inspector's trunk? I don't need to answer that. The victim was killed by a gunshot. A small fragment of a Japanese blade isn't relevant to the case. And accordingly, I choose to exercise my right to silence on that matter. Be that as it may, the court will sequester the sword as evidence. We must take immediate action now to verify whether Seisho Jigoku remains unharmed. He has to know. He's just like, did he go through with it? Did he get the target? Remains unharmed. I agree. That should be our first priority. Maybe this is the first news that Strongheart got. Yeah, no, oh my god, maybe this is the first time he's realizing that he didn't actually kill him. Because maybe he sent him out to kill him, assuming he would kill him, and now since Kazuma's just like, I didn't actually do it, Strongheart's just like, oh my god, he didn't actually fucking do it. 1 second. Bum, bum, bum. Sorry, I'm getting my frickin'... Since I set up everything on my new computer, I keep getting like email spam, and there's like 600 eBay messages like happening. Like, you know when like your little email preview pops up in the corner? It's like covering up the game. So I had to disable that. Anyway, it's recently come to my attention that he hasn't been seen since yesterday. How did you... When a foreign dignitary invited to Great Britain goes missing for 24 hours, it's only natural that the question of his safety should arise. You don't mean to say that you think Judge Jigoku may have been killed? The Reaper has more than one assassin at his disposal. He has the power and influence to give orders from the inside of a prison cell. That's not... He's making stuff up! Isn't that right, Lord Van Zeeks? No, he's happy with his little wine. If I were truly the Reaper, I'd be able to tell you. Nice. Order in the court! We'll take an emergency recess for 30 minutes. Now? Guests of the symposium have been told to maintain regular contact with the organizer's office. The man can't be located within half an hour. We will have to assume the worst. Oh no, not Judge Jigoku! No one would want to kill a harmless Japanese man who'd only just arrived in the country. I know, Zeeks is just as confused. He was spared to finish the job using advantage, be familiar to the judge. Oh shit! Except that is... for the Reaper, wanting to finish off a mark that slipped through the net 10 years ago. I would have to agree. Mr. Naruhodo, for the defense's sake, my lord. You're right, Shake? Like a half hour is not enough to find somebody? I sincerely hope we are successful. If we're unable to confirm Mr. Jigoku's healthy existence in the next 30 minutes, you will face grave difficulties. This is a setup! 30 minutes is not enough time. Close the door for 30 minutes. You keep saying 30 minutes. I need to get some more water. Kazuma-sama, the Reaper's assassin. I feel as though I'm in a nightmare. I can hardly believe it either. No, you know what I just realized? That must mean he's gonna die? Oh no. On the other hand, Kazuma isn't in the habit of making up stories. They say 30 minutes because they know somebody else must have killed him. And they know exactly where to find him. Kazuma isn't in the habit of making up stories. I have such a terrible sense of foreboding. If something awful has happened to Judge Jigoku, and I feel as though things only spiral further and further out of control. Felt it from the moment I stepped into the courthouse this morning. That strange sensation that we were careering towards a foregone conclusion. Well, in the worst case, we might only have 30 minutes left. Fortunately, though, I don't think there's anything we can do but wait now. We're out of options. Actually, there may be one last hand we can play. Or rather, one last ear. Oh, the story's gonna tell us! Of course! The little Mr. Shomsaw that Iris gave us. Yes, pull the ear, pull the ear, pull the ear! Should've just done this from the get-go. Perhaps now is the time. What should I do? Honestly, pull the ear. 30 minutes is all I can spare. I don't have water. It's like a little bit. Good luck, Mr. Naruhodo. What are we gonna get? No looking back. Heave. Ow. That scream sound like Mr. Sholmes. Mr. Sholmes? What? Where are you? Here, my dear fellow, here. Is it a microphone? Is the felt doll talking? Pull the ear again, Mr. Naruhodo, as hard as you can. All right, then. Oh god, it's actually... What the hell is this contraption? Wait a minute. Yo, what is this? Wait, please, my dear fellows, you don't need to pull my ear off. Where is he? Is he on the ship? Mr. Sholmes, where are you? It's a little walkie-talkie. Myself and my trusty partner are presently in the first-class cabin area, the SS Grouse. The SS Grouse? She left over last night after the final pieces of the cargo were loaded. That's why he left! Wireless technology? What, Iris invented this? We're currently docked at Dunkirk, but due to be underway again in half an hour. How convenient. You've taken a ship to France? Please, even with my athletic prowess, I would struggle to jump the Straits of Dover. After we left Baker Street last night, we hurried by cab to the station by train to the port in order to board the vessel in time. So you mean you'd already worked it out? That the steamship was where everything really took place? Mr. Naruhodo, pray, what is my name? Herlock Sholmes, the world's famous great detective. Recited to perfection, well done. You're a genius, Mr. Sholmes. That's the only word for it. Aww. God. Ow, ow, ow. Mr. Sato, gently with this genius's ear, please. Oh my, I'm ever so sorry. If I may, Sholmes? Ah, there you are. Mikitova. He's with us! You may remember that it was in fact who made the connection. Wait, are we playing as him? In fact, I who made the connection to the SS Groves. At Scallon Yard yesterday when we examined the notebook and I recalled my steamship ticket. But of course it was, my dear fellow. Trying to take our credit? Not once did I controvert that fact. I merely had our court-bound companions utter my name. True, true. Yes, you did, didn't you? We just entered a recess. The trial resumes in 30 minutes from now. If I were unable to present any new leads then, I'm afraid to say. Do not fret, please. It's for precisely that purpose that my partner and I have made this journey. I have no doubt we shall have welcome news for you within the half hour. Thank you, Mr. Sholmes. That would be wonderful. Till later, then. Yes, you'll be hearing from us if you're not in touch first. This is so cute. Ow, ow, ow. Oh, no, don't hurt him. I shan't be hearing anything if you keep tugging my ear in that mindless fashion. I like that they're, like, aggressively pulling the ear. Maybe a little bit would be enough. Whatever was the idea behind making a receiver operate in the way in the first place, Sholmes? Why the deuce would I know? It's Iris's invention, not mine. Aw, poor Sholmes. Whilst I know how much you enjoy being the hero of the hour, Sholmes, we have but half that now before the grouse puts to sea again. If we don't conclude our investigations rapidly, we shall find ourselves in Naples before long. There are times, Mikitoba, when you make a surprising amount of sense. So, let us begin. Hey! Are we actually... First class cabin number 2. Yes, this is the one. But I don't believe an investigation of the cabin is going to be plain sailing. That crewman standing in front of the door is an angry-looking fellow. Why are you loitering here? Who are you? Does he have Sholmes written on his arm? My dear fellow, do you not recognize a world-famous great detective when you see one? The question really ought to be, who are you? Oh my god. Do you not recognize world-traveling great sailor Chicken Stroganoff? Oh my god, it's beef. We saw Biff earlier, now it's chicken. When you see it. Oh, he's a huge Sholmes fan too. Great detective? Huh, I don't think so. Do you see that, Mikitoba? It would appear that this man is a devoted follower of mine. Goodness me, is that a tattoo? That says Sholmes? It's a horrible tattoo. I must say, while such adoration is flattering naturally, it does leave me a little cold. Pork. What are you talking about? Leave now. How distressing. My loyal devotee knows me only by name and not by appearance. And yet, I already know a great deal about you, sir. You have a brother, I believe. Oh, that's Sholmes. You have a brother, I believe. Is it Beef? Like yourself, he's a shipman. Currently traveling the world aboard a Russian steamship, in fact. How could you know this? Elementary, my dear Mikitoba? I'm sure it was. 3 days ago, I was bound for London aboard this ship, you see. We're looking for one of my fellow passengers, a man by the name of Jigoku. There was no one with this name on board. But we know that he purchased a ticket for passage. His name tag says Nabe. Ah, you mean Eastern Man. He left ship 2 hours ago. Here at Dunkirk. He said something about emergency, I think. What? Are you sure? So Seisho realized that we're after him, has he? His cabin is the one behind you. We should like to investigate, please. No, I have orders not to let even mouse inside. Mikitoba, be a good man and draw the sailor's attention away, would you? Make up some excuse so that he leaves the area. Oh my god, I love that Sholmes and Mikitoba's together right now. I need more of this. You keep the money. Doesn't great detectives see that even sailors have ears, both left and right? says the plan is ruined. And you have only yourself to blame, I'm afraid, Sholmes. Wait, I forgot.
Sorry about that.
Forget it. Cabin door is locked. Even if I am not here, you cannot get inside. Mikitoba, I'm sure you haven't forgotten my special talent, have you? It's back, and it's not crashing my stream. Opening any lock? Within a mere 5 seconds. So if you'd be so kind as to afford me the requisite time, my old friend. You're a typically accommodating manner. How could I refuse such a typically unappealing request, old friend? I know I'm pushing the stream to my limits. Or computer to its limits. Well, on my freaking stream deck, this little stand is
I thought you were one of them.
there. So I need to distract that burly sailor for 5 seconds. Do I? I see that mousetrap. Good man. So the game is afoot. I mean, I guess we can... I mean, wait, ring the alarm, possibly? What's that? Oh, the switch for the electrical lights. Perhaps if I were to turn off the lights, the crewmen wouldn't be able to see what we were doing. Do it! 5 seconds, let's go. Click. Oh, what is happening? Where's lights? Now, Sholmes, now! But now he can't see in the dark. Click. Oh, we're gonna get our ass beat. Nobody there. That was a close shave. Quite the knack you have, stumbling so violently in an apparently empty corridor. Do be quiet, Sholmes. I shall have to think of another approach. What's like the... I mean, setting that alarm might be the best route, but I want to see all of the options. This must be a mousetrap, I think. Perhaps I could distract the crewman's attention with this somehow. Yeah, sure, let's try it. I don't know which is the right one, so I want to do all of them. Choo. That sounds like Big Mouse Entrap. Choo choo. I will bring buckets of water later and put out of misery. No! I don't like the sound of that. In any case, my dear fellow, that was quite unconvincing. Only Japanese mice make a chew sound. Oh, really, Sholmes? And pray tell, what sound do Russian mice make? They share a single brain cell. PP, naturally, though also quite unconvincing, I readily admit. So go ahead, Mikitoba, do a PP this time. No, thank you. I'm sure I can come up with an alternative solution. God, these are so... I love them so much. They're so cute. This would appear to be an alarm bell. All hell would break loose if that thing were to ring. The whole crew? Yeah, let's go for it. Here goes then. Pardon me in advance. Ding-a-ling! Oh, it's working! You, what are you doing? If we were at sea, that would be a very bad problem. What's going on down there? Seaman Stroganoff, report at once! Uh-oh, he's in trouble. Sorry, sir, nothing to report. It was just stupid trick. Buddy cops you. I just want to see like a whole anime of them together. No, not by me, by world famous. No, as I told you. He's doing it! Now, Sholmes, now! He's doing it. Done. Yes. Not even 5 seconds, eh? Well, don't stand there gawping at my brilliance, Mikitoba. In we go. Oh, yes. Yeah, having a prequel would be so good. Good gracious! It would appear that the occupant of this cabin did indeed disembark rather hurriedly. Those clothes on the floor there, they're Seishiro's without question. Well, it seems we're just a little too late. Yes, by about 2 hours. Are those... Oh, I know those were socks at first. I know the Russians not even a question where they ran off. I thought he was gonna follow us in here. Still, whilst we're here, we should investigate thoroughly. Oh my god, so happy Sholmes and Eugen. Look, they're best buds. And Sholmes gets to hang out with his best bud. Makes me so happy for him. But that burly crewman may return at any moment, Sholmes. Indeed he may. Which makes this all the more thrilling. Let's go! All right, so this is a weird thing. There's a speaking tube here. Look, though it's been stopped with some cloth. So the voices of the crewmen on the bridge aren't an annoyance, I suppose. Or indeed, so that the voices in this cabin aren't heard elsewhere. Shit. Could something have happened in here that was for no one else's ears, do you think? Either that, or it could be to prevent snakes from entering. Oh my god, he's still on about these snakes. That's really become a favorite case of yours, hasn't it? Yeah, I'm gonna get some more water real quick. I'll be right back. Oh god. I'm used to my stream deck being on the left and I was gonna mute my mic, but now it's on my right and it's not muting. Uh-oh, I think my stream deck broke. Oh no, it's gonna crash. It's gonna crash my stream! I'll be right back. Hopefully with the stream still up. I've returned. I ate an apple. Yeah, I'm sorry, Chair can't give you LA Noire facts today. Thank you, thank you. Oh god. Thanks. Apple Day keeps Lord Strongheart. Hey, I'm just so hungry. I have like freaking apple skin in my teeth. Kind of. Alright. What have we investigated? The thing in the thing? Ah. No, my controller. There we go. The thing in the thing. The thing in the thing. Alright. Shit. Quite the exquisite glass, I must say. See here how it's... Is something wrong, Sholmes? You suddenly trailed off. Ice, Mikitoba, ice! Oh, because it's still... There's still ice? It's a spoiler, my bad. The thing is a thing. Pardon? Could it be that the steamship is equipped with an electrically refrigerated cold room, don't you think? Well, it is a luxury liner after all. They have enormous refrigerators for storing all sorts of lavish produce as well as ice. Oh, see, I was surprised there was still ice, like it hasn't melted. So this place has a freezer to hold a body. On our voyage from Japan, we enjoyed culinary delights from all over the world. Suddenly, Mikitoba. The sight of you is making my mouth water. Excuse me? I haven't taken on the flavor of the food I ate, you know. That was a very strange thing to say. This is the waste paper basket, look, and there's still rubbish inside. Indeed, then let us pry. Excuse me, I've discovered recently that I have a penchant for exploring the contents of other waste paper baskets. I sincerely hope only for your work. He's just a dumpster diver. Damn it! Ah. We have a notice issued to passengers from 3 days ago. 3 days ago, the night before we arrived in London then, when I was still aboard myself. I'm trying to do the kendo. Following departure from the port of Dunkirk, all crew members are required to assemble on the main deck at 10 p.m. That's not fast enough for me to read, dude! Consulting stalker. Sorry about that, babe. Ah yes, there was an evacuation drill, I remember now. For our safety and security, all first-class passengers were constantly under the watchful eye of the crew. So it was a welcome relief to have some privacy for once. Oh my god, I can't even look at the evidence. Wait. I can't even look at the evidence I get. Alright, so there's like a window of opportunity for murder. Alright, got it. According to the report I was given, Mr. Naruhodo was concealing himself in Asugi's wardrobe. Indeed he was, and it was of similar size to this one. So they froze that. No. Like because the sock is in the thing to make the room cold enough to put a dead body there. Or there could just be a freezer, we'll see. Ah, you must climb inside yourself, my dear fellow. What? Whatever for? It was the site of my first fateful meeting with Mr. Naruhodo. Oh, he remembers. You can experience the moment for yourself now, complete with my dramatic rhetoric. Come along now, in you go. This will only take a moment. Really, Sholmes, surely you can just tell me what you said. Well, I uttered some brilliant remark and opened the wardrobe to reveal the stowaway murderer. I think I'll just read about it in the Adventures of Herlock Sholmes. Just get in there. Come on. What are you afraid of? That's a substantial heap of clothes on the floor. An overcoat, shirts, a dressing gown. Momohiki work trousers, a Townsend robe, a Haramaki waistband, clearly the clothing of a Japanese man. And clearly Japanese men are unaccustomed to the culture of the wardrobe. It looks to me as if they've been thrown into a heap like that, something of a hurry. Indeed, you could help yourself to a Japanese man's shirt, perhaps? I'm sure you made mention of packing too few. I'd very likely drown in one of Seishiro's shirts. No, I'll just buy any extras I need, I think. So they took the clothes out to put... Okay, so there was a freezer involved. That's where they kept the body. That's a very sizable trunk indeed. Seishiro is partial to all things large. And a rather clumsy fellow if you failed to notice he left that behind. Perhaps you left it on purpose. How you doing, Clayton? It's lighter than you might think, but still a hindrance to a speedy escape. The fuck? Pity. It's locked, so we can't look inside. Surely 5 seconds from now the situation will be quite different, though. Yeah, 5 seconds, unlock it. Crime solving's going great. Sadly not. It has 7-digit combination lock. And I'm not in a morose enough mood to work through all the combinations at present. Imagine being in the mood to go through, like, all combinations. Wait, how many did he say? 7? These are the rules of passage. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pests are also strictly forbidden. Additionally, there are severe punishments for stowing away in wardrobes and or travel cases. Hey, they added new rules! I feel the rules have increased since I last read them. Probably just my imagination. What about the fact that they're not straight on the wall? Doesn't that strike you? Did go through Comments of Tormented. I'm gonna go through a million now. You may be right. Probably just your imagination, though. A trifle. You know what I always say, Mikitoba? There's nothing important about trifles. It's probably just my imagination, but I think that might be slightly off. He was allowed to bring a katana, I think, because of business? I don't remember. Plenty of reading material to keep passengers occupied on the long sea voyages. I found the mixture of classic literature and easy reading to be most satisfactory, I must say. Says whoever stocked this bookcase was a hopeless heretic. There's no copy of the Adventures of Herlock Sholmes, my dear fellows. I'm afraid it's just me, but no, you're quite right. More blasphemous than overlooking the Bible. I shall leave a copy behind. I just happen to have one with me. Aw, look at him. You're a true missionary at the Church of the Great Detectives, aren't you? Yes, as he should be. This wall is slightly different color just here. Do you see? So it seems to me that the warning sign behind my webcam should be on that wall. And there's something covering that wall. Let's see. The self-promote king, by the way. Have a trifle on shepherd's pie? I wasn't supposed to put meat in the trifle. Oh, I got another message from eBay. Is this? Damn it. I sent somebody a message. I'm waiting for them to respond to me. But they fucking won't because they hate me. Damn it. Indeed. What you have observed arises when a frame that has been hanging for some time is removed. Perhaps your friend is an art thief. Not a virgin statue. I have them all now. Now there's a bold deduction worthy of a great detective, I'm sure. Damn it, Bagel, why would you do that? He may very well be the elusive thief who had been plaguing France's galleries of late. I think perhaps we should focus our attentions elsewhere, Sholmes, don't you? That outline on the wall. I feel as though I might have spotted something of a similar shape and size elsewhere. Oh no, Chicken's here. You are still here? Oh, Abel Seaman Stroganoff. Hello again. I was beginning to think you'd never materialize. Hey, you are waiting for me? Of course, I was expecting you to burst in with a hearty Russian profanity far sooner. I was in trouble with Captain because of trick you played before. Poor innocent chicken. It is all your fault. Ship is leaving port soon. Get off now. Of course, we shall disembark presently, my dear fellows. But first, there is something that must be done. What are you talking about? Chicken, you ordered us here. Hey, we didn't order chicken. I ordered beef. Why, naturally. A debunking of your deceit and the bearing of the truth. Kakoi? Oh god, what does that mean? I'm afraid I see through your lies. For one thing, Mr. Jigoku has not yet left this vessel at all. Ah! And for another, my dear Seaman Stroganoff, you know exactly where the man is even as we speak, don't you? Is chicken behind all this? I think Kakoi means what? Okay. What? How? How can you? Good gracious, Shrubs. You mean you've worked it out? All of it? Oh god, is he new? It's really been too long, hasn't it, old friend? 10 years, no less. Aww. So, would you care to join me for a dance of my inimitable logic and reasoning? Oh my god! We could top on him together? Nothing would please me more! This is so cute! I want to see them dance! What is this? We have but minutes until vessel puts to sea. No games now. Look at that! Oh, I got this. No! I missed a screenshot right before the dialogue. No, I missed it! Wait. Can't tell if somebody's trying to talk to me. Mr. Stroganoff, allow me to remind you of your earlier claim. Damn it, I missed a screenshot! They haven't done... No, I screenshotted when the text was about to show up. We have another dance in 10 years, and here they are. Mr. Stroganoff, allow me to remind you of your earlier claim. You told us that Jigoku left the ship some 2 hours ago. Duh, that is what I said. Sadly, that was a rather clumsy lie. You see, there is something in this room that quite clearly contradicts it. What? Look at that! Oh, yes, of course. It's playing their song. I see you've noted too, Mikitoba. Then please do take the lead. Aw, look at that too artwork. I love this so much. Let's see what the last 3 years have done to your observational skills then, Mikitoba. Oh, I love them so much. It's been 10 years since we did this, Sholmes, not 3. Why, of course it has, quite. Now, all the clues are here in this cabin for your eyes to see. Their wedding song. But as I always say, you must not merely look, but observe, and the answers become clear. So, impress me. I think I could manage that. What in this cabin shows the impossibility of Jigoku having disembarked 2 hours ago? I don't know, his fucking clothes, man? Or his large trunk, I guess?
Take that!
Yes! Mikitoba. So it's not his clothes. Hey, don't yell at me! Quite right you are. Can't save and reload, by the way. What? Why not here? Wait, what happens if I press start? Oh. That was a lie, wasn't it? Of course it wasn't. Oh, it's the... Because it's the ice. Cause the, yeah. So it's what I thought, but not... Oh yeah, you can't.
Take that!
An actual dance? Perhaps you should have cleared away that glass. How curious that the ice should have melted despite it being abandoned 2 hours ago. Ah, it would appear that the man was here in this very cabin until moments before our arrival. With this well-chilled glass in hand. Get your mind off of the refreshments, Sholmes. One might even conclude that somebody informed him of our boarding. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Stroganoff? But why would Seishiro run from us? Before we consider that question, allow me to confirm one small matter. Would I be correct in saying that these first-class cabins of the SS Grouse are the same ones in which you and Mr. Jigoku were accommodated on your voyage from Japan? He spins and he tap dances. They're the best, and they're like theme song. This part of the game is so cool. I want to see more of this. I was in the cabin next door, and Seishiro was, yes, 50 days into this very cabin during our voyage. As I suspected, for you to see. There are traces in this cabin of a dark secret that Mr. Jigoku had died. Damn it. What traces? I just want to get all the scenes of them together. I know nothing about this. Ah, this is news to you then, is it Stroganoff? Damn it. Sholmes, what exactly are you getting at? Sorry, don't mind my screenshot button. As I said, there are traces in this cabin of some nefarious activity. Something that appears out of place, which I'm quite sure won't escape your notice. Something out of place in here. That's the key to this, Mikitoba. Or remnants of the dark deed that took place in here. It's the picture. I must say, I didn't foresee ever doing this dance of deduction with you again, Mikitoba. Yay. No, quite. But life is full of unexpected twists and turns, as we well know. Now then, let's see if I can't uncover the truth here. Yes, you have the floor, my dear fellow. Aww, it's this.
Take that!
The dance! Damn, he's got swagger. It's the rules of passage of this frame here. They're obviously out of place. He's such a kendo. I bet kendo can do that. The way they're hanging crooked on the wall, as if they were put there in a hurry. Yes, as I'm sure you've already concluded. That frame was originally over there. The shape and size are a perfect match. Da, you are right. When did frame move? Hardly the most observant of crewmen, are you, Mr. Stroganoff? There was the Mikitoba mod. I would think your captain is quite justified in having his reservations about your reliability. Grr. Oh dear, that really seemed to touch a nerve. So, Mikitoba, why don't you lift that frame off the wall? I am shocked. Seeing Mikitoba. I like how Mikitoba's like my like for him just increased like as both games went on, because at first it was just like, all right, whatever, he's dead, and then he showed up with the suit and the mustache and it's like, oh, hello, Mikitoba, and then he starts tap dancing and now it's straight up just like, oh my god, I love you. That looks like a bullet hole. What? Who has been shooting walls? I see, the projectile has been removed. Clearly the careful occupant of this room has already disposed of it. Now then, Mr. Stroganoff. Ugh. I have the distinct impression that you're attempting to shield said occupants. I don't know what you are talking about. Why would I try to protect the Eastern stranger? Ah, so we're talking about the same man. I see. Good. Got him. He just teleport. He nothing personal kitted him. I'm sure we can get to the bottom of this in no time, aren't you? Because there's some very noteworthy evidence that explains the reason why you're lying for the men. Damn it, it's too late. Yes, you've been told to keep up this pretense as clearly shown by... I don't know how to approach this one, Sholmes. My dear Mikitoba, simply keep first principles in mind. Study your subject from every angle. I'm quite sure that you'll see. In fact, I'd put a wager on it. So I'm to glare at the fellow from all sides, so I can certainly do that. You've been told to keep up this pretense. It's clearly shown by... I mean, I kind of feel like that tattoo is this, like, at first I was thinking somebody, oh my god, he has two fish for his scarf, I just realized. Yeah, at first I thought it was the tattoo, because so somebody would have to be like, here's the name of the guy, like it's just like pen. Here's the name of the guy to watch out for. Wait, what did it say? Why is Stroganoff covering for someone? I mean, I don't know why. But like, his tattoo's pretty suspicious, right? Here, is it anything else on his clothes? Oh, there's something. A wad of banknotes. Okay, so money?
Take that!
Okay. It's almost too obvious for words. Quite. The universal language of the world. Money. Money. Oops. And I'd wager that the Eastern fellow in question is Seisho Jigoku, yes? Russian yelling. So I presume you realize what this means. There are clear signs that a crime has been committed in this cabin. And the way you're going, sir, you'd find yourself accused of being an accomplice. But... I believe you know, Mr. Stroganov. You know where Mr. Jigoku's hiding at this precise moment in time. As always, Mikotoba, in matters of deduction, the furtive glance is your unfaltering ally. Yes, I think you're onto something there, Sholmes. You found the chink in the burly fellow's armor. We need only follow the man's gaze to know where our prey is hiding. The slightest flicker of the pupils. Minutely delayed blink. Nothing else escapes my attention. Involuntary accomplice to crime. I know, the poor Stroganoff family. Man turned his entire head. It's not exactly what you describe as furtive glance, is it? It's almost too obvious. Shall I let your tapping toes decide, my dear fellow? Oh my god, like he really is, just obviously. Okay, but where's his glance? Because I feel like it could be... Like, he did move his entire head to the trunk, but I mean, like, his eyes could be over there.
Take that!
Oh shit, the hat! You turned immediately to look at this large trunk, didn't you? The truth is, Seisho Jigoku was unable to escape from the ship in time, and is at this very moment doing his best to stifle his breath inside his trunk. He still has a breath to take. I fear he may be running dangerously low on air. I imagine he didn't count on us making a nuisance of ourselves for quite so long. Oh, I missed it. I think it'd be quite in everyone's best interest for us to open the trunk as quickly as possible. What if they're both just horribly wrong? Like, they just feed off each other's energies. Or they feed off each other's one brain cell. How can we? Are you forgetting about the combination lock? We don't know the 7-digit code. Oh, it shows our numbers. Oh, I was wondering why the M looked so weird. That's a 3. The combination lock can't be opened from inside the trunk. Therefore, there must have been an arrangement for somebody to open it after our departure. Of course. Who the fuck would write it that big on someone's arm? I was OSTs is so good. Like, the song especially. God. In short, before Jigoku hid himself inside that trunk, he must have told somebody the 7-digit number for the lock. That's actually really clever. I'm sure you can confirm, Mr. Stroganoff. 5231045. Or maybe it's... Or like, yeah. No, I know nothing about combination code. Slow-mo. Don't move a muscle, my good seaman. Huh? Now, Mikotoba, would you do the honors and open the trunk? How on earth do you expect me? It's a 7-digit number, remember. Quickly now, we have little time. Oh, I wonder where it is. Wait, Oh, review scene. Wait, so is it like upside down, or would it be like 5 or like 5401? I mean, if you're doing left to right. Okay, so 523. 523. One 1045. What if I'm wrong?
Take that!
Does that look like I was dead? Click. Oh, is that alright? Oh, that did it! It's open! You had to meddle, didn't you? What? What's I thought we were helping you! How did he hide in that? He's such a big man. I mean, I guess it is a big trunk. Well, Eugen, you found me now. Seishiro. He's just a very large contortionist. This guy's like 8 feet tall. I was really hoping beyond hope not to find you here, you know? But you're not entirely unsurprised, I take it. No, quite. I just wish it were some other way. Well, are you ever going to introduce me? Oh my god, his new friend. Ah, your reputation precedes you, Mr. Sholmes. I've read story of many of your exploits. Excuse my manners, Sholmes. This is Mr. Jigoku, my old friend and traveling companion. The devil's in the details, Mikotoba. I believe you meant to say your old friend and traveling companion who made the cowardly decision to flee the country without a word to anyone when things turned sour. I see my reputation precedes me as well. What an honor. Well, Seishiro, are you going to explain all this? What's happening? You know it all by now. I imagine what you didn't know, of course, is that 3 days ago, on the night before arrival in Britain, an attempt was made on my life here on this very ship. By the Reaper of the Bailey? Yes, I was just giving them both Kendo voices. Oh no, his friends are fighting. By the Reaper of the Bailey, yes, I've since heard. Because you were once prosecuted by the Reaper, weren't you? 10 years ago now, mind you. I had no idea at the time what a dangerous individual he was. This is not Kendo. Anyway, when we arrived in London to find the symposium was postponed until goodness knows when, it became all too apparent to me that I might very well be targeted again. Don't worry, Joe, I'm keeping a close eye on things. So you decided to flee the capital without saying a word to me about it? How could you? I'm afraid so, yes. Of course, I realize now that I really ought to have confided in you. It's somewhat surprising, I must say. What is it? First-class cabins aboard luxury steamships are in very short supply. It's more than a little hard to believe that this one just happened to be available. Are you saying he planned this? So says the protagonist of some colorful short stories. Well, I don't care for your opinion. No, they're fighting! Team Sholmes, Team Sholmes. Thank you, Crips, for the 5 months. 5 months and many more to go. Yay, thank you. Are you seeing them fight? Cabin did just happen to be available, so I purchased a ticket. Here I am. I've just seen for myself the obvious remnants of that incident in the cabin. World Star. No, Pip, stop! So you've already purchased your return ticket before we even docked in Dover, had you? To prevent anyone else taking this cabin, seeing the evidence, is that it? Eugen, I have nothing to say to you. Well, in a mere 5 minutes, this ship will set off its onward voyage and not make the port again until Italy. I'm afraid we must insist that you disembark with us at once. You have no jurisdiction over my movements. We have this, Seishiro. Take it. What is that? What is it? It's a subpoena from the Old Bailey. Oh, yeah, that. Wait, how'd they get that so fast? The hell's this tech? You're a man of the law. You know what the ramifications of ignoring a document like this from the British courts would be. You came prepared then, Eugen. Sholmes magic. I mean, I guess so. It just like, was there a fax machine in the little rabbit? Come on, let's go. One moment. What is it, Sholmes? Less than 3 minutes, or 30 minutes. Inside Mr. Jigoku's trunk. I found this rather fascinating trinket. What is that? Seishiro? I can't help you, I'm afraid. Some small component from something. But what? I have no idea. By the look on his face, I think he genuinely doesn't know. Well, let us pocket as a small souvenir of our brief sojourn in France. Small component. It looks like it's like a handle of something. Do we have something that looks like it attaches to? Small machine part that Mr. Sholmes found. Well, young Naruhodo, I think we've done as much as we can, I'm afraid. The rest will be on the shoulders of you and your assistant. No, but that was so. I want to do more of that. No, I want to hang out with Sholmes and Mikitova some more. That was so great. I miss them. Dads, come back. Spin-off game of the spin-off game. Yes, please, just keep doing that. There's so much room for more Great Ace Attorney games. like they want to do a sequel. They want to do a prequel, just a spin-off. Kazuma Asogi. I know you, and I know you wouldn't lie, but still, there's no doubt that you're holding something back. I know more than you're saying. During the past 30 minutes while this court was adjourned, all possible efforts were expended. But sadly, Mr. Jigoku's whereabouts could not be ascertained. Oh, yeah? Just get the freaking rabbit fax machine. We must accept the unfortunate conclusion that the Reaper has already done the deed. There's no sense in wasting any more of the court's time. The prosecution calls for an immediate verdict.
Objection!
Objection. Forgot how dainty it sounds. No, the trial cannot end now. You're a Japanese man, Ryunosuke. You should know when to lay down your sword. You should know never to presume when the battle is won. Oh, got him! The court has already been presented with all the evidence and heard all relevant testimony. There can be only one conclusion, that the accused is guilty. How? All relevant testimony? Far from it. There's still a crucial witness from whom the court has yet to hear a single word of testimony. In that case, call your witness to stand as once, counsel. Yes, my lord. Tomorrow, if possible. We're taking a break? The witness is already on his way and scheduled to arrive tomorrow. Who on earth is the crucial witness? Seiyusho Jigoku. Oh, the very man allegedly murdered by the Reaper. Judge Jigoku, you found him? They're like, how? What just happened? But the investigations of every policing resource in the capital suggest that Jigoku's already dead. Yeah, at 30 minutes, policing everyone in 30 miners. How in the name of God did you find the man? He was located in France during the recess at the port of Dunkirk. Thanks to one of Mr. Herlock Sholmes' famous deductions. Herlock Sholmes? Inspector Gregson almost certainly met with Mr. Jigoku on the night of his death. Yeah, fuck them. I'm glad they're not happy about this. Every time they fail an investigation. That's pretty good, Bagel. They're pretty incompetent. Because along with the prosecutor Asugi, Gregson was on a mission to assassinate the man. Which means that Seishiro Jigoku is the sole witness who can clarify exactly what happened aboard the SS Grouse on 31st October. Scotland. There it is. Well, it would appear that it's too soon to move the adjudication at this point. The prosecution concurs. The court must hear Mr. Jigoku's testimony. No judgment should be passed until all testimony has been considered. In that case, I hereby call the end of today's proceedings. Court will reconvene at the same hour tomorrow. Oh my god, we're actually taking a break? No objections from either side? No, my lord. No objections. Yeah, because you know you can't object. We live to fight another day by the skin of our teeth. To be continued. I know, right? Ponzo Van Zeeks is just like, yes. What a guy. Investigation part 1. Didn't we already investigate? The unexpected halt of proceedings sent a clamor around the courtroom. But outside the Bailey, where Londoners knew nothing of the secret trial within, it was a typical still night. Yeah, the moment he gets back to his cell, he's like, woo! Then, at a little past 8 o'clock that evening, Mr. Sholmes and his partner returned to Baker Street. Oh my god, are we having a feast to celebrate? Yeah, and then like, and Strongheart's just punching the air out of anger right now. She's like, how could I be failing right now? He needs to learn, he needs to figure out like how to improvise now. We have returned, my dear fellows. Oh, I'm so happy they're back. I was actually a little worried there for a second that they were gonna be stuck on a boat. But look at them. Welcome back to Britain and thank you for your timely help. We found him. Shit. It's over for you, Strongheart. I cannot wait to expose Strongheart. No, I'm not gonna finish this all today. I'll probably play like another hour or 2 of this and then play Phasmophobia for a bit just to rest my voice, because this is a lot of reading. But come on, I can't stop now. We're about to have dinner. Damn it. Think nothing of it. I believe you had an even more wearing day than Mikitoba and I know. You could say that. We were on the brink of defeat in court earlier. So this prosecutor, Asugi, had you on the ropes, did he? And he's your best friend, you say? Well, he's not really the man I knew in Japan anymore. Kazuma's changed. I have a new best friend, and his name is Sholmes now. Hi, Timor. If I had voice acting all the time, that'd be amazing. But that would just be like... That would mean like half the Ace Attorney games would never exist or be localized. So much voice acting. I really got over Kazuma. I mean, he's changed. Even Ryunosuke says it. Oh, Mr. Naruhodo. I mean, it's incredible to think that you'd even entertain the idea of acting as the Reaper's assassin. Well, nevertheless, you must introduce me. After all, I've only ever met the young man as a corpse. When all this started almost a year ago now. Mr. Sholmes still hasn't told us the truth about what really happened back then. About the motivation for what he himself describes as the great detective's lie. Now then, I must say, it's really quite a journey all the way to France. Well, it's another country, Mr. Sholmes, so what news of Judge Jigoku? We took him to Scotland Yard. Alright, post it. The investigating detectives there have a lot of questions for the man. Poor Professor Mikitoba, that must be quite a shock for him. When are we having dinner? Ah yes, I picked this up at the telegraph office on our way home. What is it? Surely you haven't forgotten already. I put upon you for the matter only yesterday. God, the freaking fan blowing my hair. You put upon me, Sholmes. I had to fill out your telegram to Japan and foot the bill as well. Oh, you had a reply already? What was so urgent though, Mr. Sholmes? Such matters can wait until later. I'm far too hungry for an involved conversation at present. It's always just putting things off, man. Well, that's good news, because supper is ready, everyone. Look at this feast. Ah, and what a feast! Ah! It's like you responded to me. If I were none the wiser, I think the trial were won already. Roast beef, kippers, stew, steak, and kidney pie, Yorkshire pudding. Oh, that sounds so good. Tomorrow could be a very long day, so eat up. In that case, I think I'll seat myself just here. The place appears to be the only one set with a helping of pheasant as well. Sorry, Hurley, not there. Huh? Why ever not? Are we in set places this evening? He's upset. Yes, and that place is for Susie's daddy. Oh, because she thinks it might be her dad now, possibly? For me? That's right, made especially for you, Professor Mickey. Oh, Mickey. I see. Well, that's terribly kind of you. It's a shame, really. What do you mean? Well, for a brief moment, I believed it. That Susie and I were half-sisters. Okay, so she doesn't believe it. Half-sisters, I mean. Oh! Uh-oh. Are we really gonna talk about this over dinner right now? Iris, do you mean? Yes, I know now. I overheard yesterday. I secretly listened to the conversation you had after I tricked you all into thinking I'd left. Oh, that's clever. What? What? Oh no, Sholmes! He's always falling. A misunderstanding arose because of the autopsy report from 10 years ago. But actually, it turned out that neither Dr. Wilson nor Professor Mikotoba are Iris' father. There's no backing out this time. This... Sholmes. Yes, about that, Iris. You know I know, you can't tell me at the moment. Oh, Iris. The pheasant is by way of an apology. I'm sorry for eavesdropping. Oh, she's so sweet. Oh, no, that's quite alright. Then why don't I get you apologetic pheasant? So just who is Iris' father? I suppose that's not something we'll be finding out today. So then, let us dine, while our largely pheasantless plates are still piping hot. I think it's either Strongheart or Clint's. A fine idea, Sholmes. It all looks absolutely delicious. Eat as much as you like. They're always seconds. I think it's Strongheart because it's always Strongheart. And I feel like Clint's hair looks a little pink, so I'm like, that's my only connection with him. This could be our last chance to ask questions before tomorrow's trial. About that telegram from Japan and about Kazuma. I can't let this opportunity slip away. Aww! He's so upset. He can't have his pheasant. Mr. Sholmes, what are you doing? Oh no. Surely it's abundantly clear that I was brooding over Mikotoba's refusal to share his pheasant with me. Nevertheless, I felt the need to withdraw from the social circle for a while and look on with hungry eyes. I mean, there's other food, man. Sorry, Hurley, but I cooked that pheasant especially for Susie's daddy. No, even though I've played the role of father to you for far longer. Mr. Sholmes, can I discuss some things with you? Oh god, not now. Look, he's going through something right now. Certainly, my dear fellow. I find myself quite in the mood for a spell of conversation. No doubt, you're hungry to learn more of my deep love of game. I can probably contain my curiosity on that one. Oops. You needn't look at me in that fashion. In what fashion? It seems that before we discuss the pheasant, we have some rather unpheasant matters to discuss. Oh. Yeah, we have so much to talk about. The telegram from Japan. He's so salty. I know, poor guy. So was in the telegram you received back from Japan then? Unpheasant, get out of here. Fucking, was that like Dice's emote? Nice. Let me tell you how much I love pheasants. It's just like, no, we gotta talk about the case, man. Okay, we'll see. We'll see if he does start to just dive into pheasant talk. Ah, this? I think my lucky stars had arrived in time. Record found as indicated. Duplicate follows. K. Asuki. A. Sheehan. T. Gregson. J. Wilson. Alright. Kazuma, Giselle, Gregson, John Wilson. Those 4 names! You've come across the exact same list before. He came up in the unforgettable case last spring. Yeah, I remember at the end of the first game, we remember. What appeared to be a simple case of aggravated murder turned out to be masking monumental intrigue. Plot that involved the sale of British governmental secrets to foreign states. God, at that moment is when this game, or both these games just felt bigger. Because it was just like, I just want to solve some murder cases, and then we like tap into government conspiracies. Like, what the hell? Exposing the means by which these secrets were being leaked, we deciphered a fragment of a message. Chaos. But we didn't find the names out until the case was over, and we never did get to the bottom of what they meant. We still don't know what they mean. It was like weeks ago. All we knew was that the information had been sent by somebody in the British government to somebody in Japan. Jigoku? So why are the names coming up again now? Yes, where did the sender of your telegram discover them, Mr. Sholmes? I have here the message I had wired yesterday. Allow me to read it to you. Enter Judge Jigoku's office undetected. Investigate telegram records. Expect to find communication from Britain dated 1 year ago. List of 4 names. Need by tomorrow. Naruhodo. What? I send it to a detective I know who specializes in clandestine missions of this nature. You asked Inspector Hosonaga to undertake such an onerous task for you. I love that that's the picture they use with this fucking turtle on his hat. And in my name? I wonder what guise he opted for this time. My dear fellows, this is a matter of great urgency, you understand. Anyway, the list of names we found in Seishiro's office, Sholmes predicted. Beach episode. So you mean that mysterious collection of names that was sent from Britain to Japan was... It was sent to Judge Jigoku. He was the intended recipient. Yes. I don't believe it! But that doesn't answer the question of what the list of names actually signifies. They're all Reapers. I did formulate a hypothesis about that. But without a shred of evidence, I couldn't possibly have shared it. Mr. Sholmes looks deadly serious for once. Well, Kazuma is not. Kazuma's dead. That tragedy we had to go through the SS Buria. It was all for nothing. Kazuma wasn't dead at all. We were completely taken in by the lie you told us. Your great detective's lie. I took no pleasure in deceiving you. However, at the time, all that concerned me was preventing the young man's study tour from taking place, whatever the cost. What? I capitalized on the events that transpired to see that he was sent back to Japan. His remains, you mean? Precisely, Mrs. Hato. And then I made sure that somebody else was sent to Britain in his stead. Oh my, you mean Naruhodo? The arrangement between our two countries was already in place. One university student lawyer and one judicial assistant to be accommodated on a study tour. In other words, by arranging for someone else to fill the place originally intended for Mr. Asogi, I would successfully prevent the man from arriving on their shores for several years at least. Wait, do you mean to say that it was all in aid of stopping Kazuma coming to Britain? That's why you... Think back, Mrs. Naruhodo. Was there not somebody who quite casually urged you to continue on the voyage to England? It was him! It was Hosonaga! The terms of the study tour were negotiated by the Department of Justice in both Great Britain and Japan. In the light of Mr. Asogi's unfortunate death, I'm afraid the study tour can no longer go ahead. Oh, and then he egged him on. Yeah, Sholmes egged him on, because... I was wondering, like, it does seem oddly coincidental that Sholmes was here, but I guess it all wraps up. The master manipulator. My dear fellows, the majority of problems have an extremely simple solution, you know. All you require is one lawyer, and the study tour can continue, surely. There's no one else with the necessary qualifications, Mr. Sholmes. We know of no other lawyer. Hey, Oliver. Speaking of lawyers, hey, Oliver. Voyage to London still promises a good month of time. Ample opportunity, I would say, to find yourselves another suitable lawyer. He is a mastermind. So you manipulated me? Often remarked on the extraordinary lengths of which friendship will drive a man. Oliver's a lawyer, yeah. My lawyer. I was quite sure that you would rise to the challenge for your late friend. I don't believe it. But it was all contrived. I mean, what happened was treated by the authorities as murder. The woman was mistakenly arrested as the perpetrator. What do you suppose became of her? Naturally, I didn't allow the misapprehension to have any serious repercussions. Subsequently explained everything and assisted the unfortunate soul in finding the foreign refuge she sought. I seem to remember. Mrs. Sato and I had some rather strong words for her. Well, she was certainly not devoid of all guilt. She deserved every word, I'm sure. I wonder if she made it to America then. Yeah, you thought of everything. God, Sholmes is smarter than... I like how he so often demonstrates that he's smarter than he lets on. Good guy, Sholmes, you know. I'm afraid I simply cannot comprehend it. Why would you go to such lengths, Mr. Sholmes? Why are you so determined to stop Kazuma-sama from reaching Britain? The truth is, 12 months ago. Secretly a genius, right? There was already a very tangible omen of the impending tragedy, you see. Oh! An omen that, at this very moment in time, is close at hand. An omen of all these tragic events that already existed a year ago? It's close at hand? We need to find out exactly what Mr. Sholmes knows. Stop being vague! How do I find out? He's not... He's being vague. Roast beef, kipper stew. Yeah, I know. Oh hey, indeed it does. You're still on that? Wait, is... Aw, Eugen's not here. He gets vague when he doesn't get his pheasant. I mean... It's the way it segues right into the text log. What, do I have to like freaking get it out of you? Alright, somebody give me the pheasant. Give me the pheasant. I'm just gonna present everything. There was no room for doubt with your instructions in the telegram, Mr. Sholmes. You were very clear that it was Judge Goku's office that should be searched. Somebody get this man some pheasants so he just spits out everything instead of having me present stuff. I know, it'd be nice if everyone's sitting around the feast. It feels so empty and sad. You obviously knew that's where this list of names would be found. We only learned those 4 names just over 6 months ago now. Only because they appeared as part of the top secret government communications that were leaked. That's true, yes. But at the time, you were unaware of the background. Hi, Kurgosh. Oh my god. Since you like Iris, So Wilson's not her dad. And there was a moment thinking that Susato's dad was Iris's dad. But that's not true. So right now, I think she's either Strongheart's or Clint Van Zeke's kid. Just to catch you up on the Iris stuff. A lot happened. You see, those 4 names were wired to Japan. Around 6 months before that, approximately this time last year, in fact, when you were both still in Japan. Thanks for the 55 months, Gargosh! Happy sub-anniversary! Thank you, Oliver. It really would be a hypocrisy on my part to reprove others for intercepting state secrets. That's a long time, yeah. Because after all, I'm perpetually eavesdropping on communications between the British and Japanese governments. Really? Sholmes, you just admitted to you. That seems a little illegal. You're perpetually doing what? How? Never mind the details. Is that why he's always busy? No secret is safe from Herlock Sholmes when he has designs on knowing it. He's just admitted to. Oh my god, I love him. Oh my, Mr. Sholmes! He is spying. What a fabulous line. Yes, Kurgosh. What revealed Wilson isn't her dad? So she was looking at the stories that were written about Herlock Sholmes, and then she matched it up with like an autopsy report and saw that the handwriting was the same. So that's how she figured out her dad's name could possibly be just John Wilson. She doesn't know anything about it. And then she leaves, and then Susato's like, this isn't John Wilson's handwriting, this is my dad's handwriting. So, but Iris was eavesdropping that conversation, so that's how she heard it. And now Sholmes is eavesdropping on the government. Secret agent service of his own curiosity. It's like he's bored. I'm just gonna go eavesdrop on government good telegrams. Now, 1 month after the list of 4 names was wired to the recipient Jigoku in Japan, Dr. John H. Wilson was murdered. As soon as I learned of the incident, a hypothesis rapidly took shape in my mind. As it turned out, I was partly correct and partly mistaken. Nevertheless, it was the beginning of all the tragic events that were to follow. Mr. Sholmes, please, tell us all you know! Tell us about these 4 names and the tragedy which they're all somehow connected. 4 names. As I said, when I learned of Dr. Wilson's murder in Japan, my mind immediately turned to those 4 names. Excuse me, because you see, there was someone else on the list who I believe to be recently deceased. What? Who? Oh. Shin, as it was transcribed in Japanese script. In actual fact, Miss Asa Shin. That was a familiar name to me. She was a professional killer, well known among London's unsavory classes. Oh shit. We got a professional here. Oh, I see. Is that why she's such a massive bitch? She's just straight up a killer. But she had completely vanished from existence several months before Wilson's murder. So I came to the logical conclusion that she had herself been killed. And accordingly, I became fearful for the lives of the remaining 2 persons on the list. Ah, Kei Asugi and T. Gregson. So he's known that freaking Gregson's name was on the list this whole time. Owing to our proximity, I decided to take measures to protect Gregson myself. I determined it would be safest if young Asugi were to stay away from Britain. So that's why you went to such lengths to prevent his study tour from going ahead. Aww. Exactly. So, you already knew who Kazuma-sama was, Mr. Sholmes? Oh yes, Sholmes and I have exchanged correspondence for years. Correspondence? I'd recounted many tales about Asugi to him in my letters, and the news of Dr. Wilson's death, of course. It's not your real dad. She knows this. Don't worry. So, Dr. Wilson is dead then? I didn't know. Oh, Iris. I know he wasn't my daddy, but still. That's very sad. Oh. I mean, that still must be really tragic, because it is... She did attribute this name to being her dad, so like hearing he's gone and she just found out, just like, the guy I thought was my dad was dead this whole time. So sad. I'm so sorry, Iris. We knew the significance of the name, obviously, but we just couldn't bring ourselves to tell you. No. Wait, she just said no? No. Okay, I thought I skipped something. But what you just told us, Mr. Sholmes, doesn't completely tie in with the facts. There's one big hole in your hypothesis. Big hole, Mr. Naruhodo? Ah, yes. You mean about Asa Shin, I presume? Oh, of course. Exactly. She wasn't killed, was she? She was in Japan, posing as a visiting student under the assumed name of Giselle Brett. glad you're keeping up, my dear fellow. But I only became aware of that fact 2 days ago in the foyer of the Great Waterloo Hotel. That's pretty recent. Upon hearing that startling revelation, the hypothesis that I'd formed surrounding those 4 names was completely turned topsy. What? Topsy? Topsy hypothesis? I'm gonna start saying topsy. What do you mean when you say your hypothesis was turned topsy, Mr. Sholmes? I'd believed all 4 names on the list to be the names of victims. However, I was mistaken. Very much so. Asashin was a killer! So this telegram was a list of both victims and killers, is it? Yeah, I think they're all meant to be Reapers. Or something along the lines. So Strongheart had them... is getting them killed for something. Like he's using them and then he's killing them to hide the connection to Strongheart or something. But Asashin's dying was an accident. Or not an accident, it was by a complete third party. So Asashin killed somebody from that list. And then, well, Kazuma's death was essentially an accident if it was true, but it's not. I don't know. I don't know what to believe. This is so weird. The connections. Oh my god, like you hardly know anything of the connections, Ari. That's how it feels right now. Indeed, and it would seem that Miss Shin was dispatched from Britain with the sole intention of dispatching Dr. Wilson. Her visiting student status being merely a front. Ah! It all goes back to the first case. Which would of course explain why no motive could be determined for her actions. So the real... Oh, right, that's right, I forgot about that! In the first... So in the first game, the first case is Giselle Brett murdering Dr. Wilson. And then at the end of the case, like you never find out her motive and then she leaves. Like you think she's getting arrested, but she just like gets shipped back and whatever. Or she was planned to get shipped back. Like nothing bad actually happened to her. Now it makes sense. But it also makes sense why we never found out her motive. So the real reason Dr. Wilson was killed by Asashin is because he was the target of an assassination. With one-day shipping? No, she was still there like 6 months later or something, just on a beach. And foreign with that knowledge, fresh consideration of this telegram. I know Assassin Asashin's pretty funny. Put the list in a very different perspective. What do you mean? Well, does it not strike you? There's another among the 4 who subsequently became a visiting student. Wait, you mean? But of course, a name you know only too well. You mean Kazuma? I mean... Oh, his theme. On Sasha. That sounds so much better. Yo, Kazuma's theme. He did say in court earlier today that he's supposed to kill Jigoku. On 31st October, I accompanied Inspector Gregson to Dunkirk in order to carry out a mission. And the mission was the assassination of the Mark. Young Mr. Asui accepted that mission a year ago now. Accepted, sorry, I can't read. Surely not. I love his theme so much. In conclusion, this document is a contract of sorts. An international agreement, one might say, detailing an assassin exchange. An assassin exchange? How could Kazuma possibly have gotten involved in something like that? This feels like John Wick right now with the assassin exchange. Let's assume that we have 2 parties, each wishing to dispose of a distinct individual. Those 2 parties then make a contract to swap their respective assassination targets. That would then be an assassin exchange, okay? So to begin with, the British assassin is dispatched as a visiting student to Japan, where she kills her target. And then the Japanese assassin is dispatched as a visiting student to Britain in order to eliminate his target. Certainly does sound like an exchange. But what on earth is the point? Don't forget, Naruhodo, that the British assassin at least escapes conviction. Thanks to diplomatic immunity afforded by consular jurisdiction. They thought of everything. Assassinator. Such jurisdiction should be null and void under the terms of the new treaty between our two countries. So the fact that it was brought into play suggests intervention at the very highest levels. Yeah, Strongheart and Jigoku, they're in on it! Or at least just Strongheart. The highest levels. These murders were two sides of the same coin, linked not by a common motive, but by a contractual agreement. As such, they appeared utterly unrelated. Yet in truth, the assassins were complicit in one singular devilish scheme. That disassociation, the safeguard of diplomatic immunity, were, I believe, the motivation behind this plot. Wait a minute, Sholmes. This telegram really is describing the exchange of assassins as you're suggesting. You all about? Would it mean that Japanese killer's target was never Seishiro Jigoku at all? It was Gregson! Would it mean Asugi's target was actually Inspector Gregson? Yes! What? Cosmo's here for Gregson. Is Strongheart just like pitting his assassins against each other? That's what it seems like. Yeah, Pac-Man, I was thinking that earlier. Daddy Sholmes is here, he's back. So Judge Goku wasn't actually the mark? Exactly what it would mean. So did he fail? Or did he just decide not to? Because he like tried to attack. Strongheart has no plan, he's just fucking around with people. I hold myself personally responsible for failing to keep the inspector safe. No, Sholmes, it's okay. Mr. Sholmes. I told him of my fears and implored him to seek a transfer to an overseas position. Oh, so that's why he was going to France. No, we found Jigoku. Sholmes told him. Obviously with the young pickpocket in tow. Yes, Gina. Come to think of it, Inspector Gregson didn't mention that to us at the Great Exhibition. That he'd been transferring to Paris Police and taking Gina with him. Without informing me, he engaged in one last assignment, it seems. So Sholmes tried. Okay, so Gregson walked in on it on his own. And sadly, it turned out to be his very last. This is too much to take in. Alright, everyone, that's quite enough of all that serious talk for one day. Isn't it, Hurley? I mean, look at the time. Stop interrupting the serious... Is he getting his pheasant or what? Quite right, Iris. We must conclude our preparations for tomorrow. What preparations? Well, I think I shall make my way back to my hotel room now. It's too much. There's always like, you go like 80% and then something gets interrupted. It's just like, oh, happy times. Like, just finish it. Oh, I need to know this info now. He would have survived, he just sat still. Yeah. And that's why Sholmes was so upset when Gregson died, because he failed him. Sholmes is trying to save everyone. God, Sholmes is the best. He really, because like, yeah, he's this goofy guy. But I was always wondering like why he was off doing shit, like in secret. I just thought they just didn't want to put him in the game all that much because he's like the wild card, I guess. But he straight up is just doing secret stuff behind the scenes, trying to protect everyone. Aww. Sholmes. I love him. This has seriously been a night to remember. Don't. Not now, Mikotoba. It is a little bit sad though. He's the best. I mean, I like the idea of you being my daddy. Aww. Because then Susie would have been my big sister. Aww. I'm sorry, Iris. They would have been great sisters. I know, Iris. I was thinking quite the same thing. They're sisters to me, damn it. I know, look at this feast that they haven't even eaten. Were you? God, I'm so hungry just looking at that. But if somebody like me would be worthy, I would be delighted to become your sister. What? Really? Oh yes, without question. So you'll teach me all the ways to know to throw Runo to the floor? Oh. Of course, it'd be my pleasure. No, you didn't have to agree quite so readily. Oh, but wait a minute. If Susie's gonna be my big sister, you could be my big brother if you want, Runo. Huh? I mean, yes, of course. If you'll have me, I'll gladly be your brother. Well done, Iris. You must always be mindful of feelings. I've raised you so well. Look at him. Look at this, like, mastermind just being a goofball. Because being sensitive is your strong suit, naturally. Oh, look at this family now. Gonna work extra hard for tomorrow now because it's for my big brother and sister. What is all this talk about preparing for tomorrow? Preparing what? Hee hee. So ominous. You'll just have to wait and see. Oh. Good luck in court tomorrow. I'm expecting a sterling performance. I'll do my very best, of course. I love you. Love you. The Baker Street family. So the overnight break in the trial's proceedings became a crucial turning point, exposing new truths whilst posing new conundrums. That list of 4 names on the telegram in Judge Jigoku's office. The extraordinary assassination plot in which my best friend had somehow become involved. I felt as though I had been plunged into an even greater darkness all of a sudden. But at the same time, I felt sure I would see the lights again soon. My family! Because I was lucky enough to have the most wonderful family in the world standing steadfastly behind me. Why is this game so freaking sweet? Oops. This game is so sweet. Like, I can't stop smiling and tearing up just because I love everything that's happening. I know, it's so good. To be continued. You expect me to... I said I'd... Oh, that was a really short investigation.